What's happening? What's happening with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. And when you come in, make sure that you hit the like button and jump in the comments. Let me know y'all in the building. Yeah. We definitely gonna cook today. Y'all already know how we do. We definitely finna cook today. My man 817 off in the building. He said that one last real fight, Oscar or AB. Hey, shit, that shit'd be kind of entertaining, you know what I'm saying, from the build up. If it was either one of them, Mike C, what's happening with it? Steven Espinoza just said he's very optimistic about Spence and Crawford. Man, that fight going down. That fight going down is going down. OTB, what's happening with it? OTB said, I told y'all AB a month ago. AB needed. He needed, man. I hope so. Mike C said, new fight hype interview just came out about 30 minutes ago. Okay, with Steven Espinoza. Yeah, man, that fight going down. Yeah, I told y'all. Mike C, I've been telling y'all the split is 45-55. So, yeah, that's close to 50-50. It's 45-55. That's what the split is. Well, that's what Terrence Crawford said. That's what split he getting on the back end. The people I talk to behind the scenes that deal with him. Anthony Johnson, what's happening with it? Salute. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you. Yeah. And like I said, y'all hit the like button, man. We got a lot that we gonna cook on today. Touch on. Cortez Bowles, what's happening with it? Salute. Dub, right side, what's happening with it? Right side. Yeah, and make sure that y'all go sub to Dub right side. Make sure that y'all go sub to Dub right side. Heavy Bag, aka Heavy, what's happening with it? He said Steven Espinoza also said both Errol and Bud really want to fight. Yeah. I see, my whole thing is, right, I know Errol Spence wants to fight. Can't nobody tell me, because you could just tell by how that man moving. And yeah, Bud wants to fight. See, I've never been one of these dudes that come on here and tell you that Bud don't want to fight. But what I will say is Bud knows that, you know, he only got, like I told y'all, Bud is telling people behind the scenes that he only got 2 fights left, right? So with that being said, he knows how dangerous this fight is. So Bud wants to get paid as much as he can, because he know he only got 2 fights left. He know he in a dangerous ass fight. So if I go in there against Errol Spence, knowing I don't really want to fight too much longer after this, I need to get paid very, very, very handsomely. I need to get a huge payday, because Errol Spence is dangerous. You know, he knows Errol Spence is dangerous. Just like Errol Spence knows that Bud is dangerous. It goes 2 ways. Errol Spence and Bud, they both know this is a dangerous fight for both of them. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if you let the BPC tell it, Bud Protection Committee, they try to downplay Errol Spence. They try to act like, oh, he's trash and he's one-dimensional. And they'll tell you what they want you to hear, but it's all bullshit. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and Mo. What's happening with it, OG? What it do, OG? I need some of that gas you got, OG. I need some of that. Love him down. Gator says, what's happening with it? There you go, 619 Cali Factory. He said, salute. He said, I think Jake Paul beats Rockman only because I feel Rockman Jr. will be drained. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. We definitely going to talk about that. But like I said, if y'all can do me a favor and hit the like button, you know, everybody that ain't hit the like button, smash the like button. Yeah, so got a lot going on. I want to touch on AB, you know what I'm saying? OTB, partner AB. I'm gonna touch on him a little bit, you know. And before I even do that, I want to talk. Let's talk about Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, he got a fight coming up with Usyk. And what, we in July next month. Let me see when that fight with Anthony Joshua, because it's been quiet. People ain't really been talking about Anthony Joshua at all. At all. Let me see when that fight is. Let me see when that fight gonna happen. The exact date. August the 20th. So we about, let's see, a month and a week out, right? Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm talking about? We about a month and a week out. August the 20th. And nobody been talking about Anthony Joshua. Keto, what's happening with it? I see you in the building. Ain't nobody been talking about Anthony Joshua and Usyk. Like, I remember Anthony Joshua was the topic of all topics if you go back a few years ago. Y'all remember that? Everybody was talking about Anthony Joshua this and Anthony Joshua that. So what's changed? I'll tell y'all what changed. His name ain't linked with Deontay Wilder no more. Yeah. Anthony Joshua was huge when his name was linked to Wilder. But now that his name ain't linked to Wilder, ain't nobody talking about Anthony Joshua. And it's funny how tables turn, how the UK, Eddie Hearn and everybody in the UK, remember, they was running a campaign that nobody knows who Deontay Wilder is. You walk down the street and you ask them, do you know Deontay Wilder? They gonna look at you like you got shit on your face. Remember that whole campaign that they was running? And they was talking about nobody knows him. Everybody knows Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. But now that one of these guys' name is linked to Deontay Wilder, nobody gives a fuck. Real talk. Don't nobody give a fuck about, you ain't heard. Anthony Joshua got a fight coming up with all the belts on the line, right? Except for one belt that Tyson Fury got, the WBC. Big heavyweight fight, but ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't nobody said nothing about Anthony Joshua. Only thing you heard about Anthony Joshua is him switching trainers to my man Robert Garcia. Shit, people talking about Robert Garcia more than they is Anthony Joshua. And this ain't no hate towards Anthony Joshua, because don't get me wrong, I fuck with Anthony Joshua. I don't like how he did Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He pulled some whole shit. But I fuck with Anthony Joshua. So it's not no hate towards Anthony Joshua. I fuck with the brother, right? But it just shows you how all of that fake like all of that shit was fake. That was fake love, right? All these fans was running around acting like Anthony Joshua was the biggest, baddest thing on earth, and everybody cared so much about Anthony Joshua. Everybody was such big fans of Anthony Joshua, but what it really was is these motherfuckers just hated Wilder so much, they was willing to jump on any bandwagon, right, that wasn't Wilder in the heavyweight division. So that shit coming to light. Motherfuckers wasn't really huge Anthony Joshua fans. You don't hear none of them cats making videos or talking about Anthony Joshua no more. And that's a fact. Yeah, Jimmy boxing. And I'm gonna come and I'm gonna make a video about that shit, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video about that shit too. Jay Grant, what's happening with it? And yeah, y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? So they can send these notifications out. I see they ain't really sending my notifications out today like that. They sending my notifications out very slowly. So y'all hit the like button. But I mean, as far as Steven Espinoza coming out, you know, with the news on Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford saying that the fight, he's very optimistic that the fight is going to happen. That don't surprise me, like I said, because I've been telling y'all the fight is going to happen. You know, Errol Spence told y'all the fight is 100% happening. The fight going down. As far as the splits and all of that, I really don't even give a damn no more. Just as long as the fight is going down, I don't care about none of that shit no more, none of the splits. You know, my whole thing, well, I was speaking on it before because that could have been a major reason to stop the fight from happening. But now we know it's not a major reason that, I mean, now we know that the fight is happening, right? That ain't none of my motherfucking business. I don't give a damn what now one of them getting, like I told y'all yesterday. I don't care what Errol Spence is saying, getting. I don't care what Terrence Crawford is getting. I'm not getting a dime of now one of them pay cut. So it is what it is. Heavy Bag say no one talk about Fury unless they talk about Wilder. No one going online watching Tyson Fury highlight. Real talk. You know, but like I said, as far as the fight that Anthony Joshua got coming up, he can switch trainers, he can do all of that. But you feel me? That's not gonna help him because Anthony Joshua's problem is not so much skills, it's his chin in his mental, right? And both of them shits is connected together with him. And I'm gonna explain to y'all what I mean by that. Anthony Joshua's mental, in his mental, he knows that if he gets hit, that his chin is not gonna hold up, right? So he can't fight like he used to fight. It ain't in him no more. When we used to see him just, you know, run through dudes, overpower them, run through them, and you know, he can't fight like that no more because he knows that if I get hit, I know my chin ain't gonna hold up. So I gotta be very cautious. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fight very cautiously. And that's not Anthony Joshua's style. When Anthony Joshua was going in there doing his thing, he wasn't a cautious fighter. He was a fighter that was gonna go in there to knock you out and go all the way out. You know what I'm saying? He was going all the way in, trying to knock you out, hit you with big blows, and he's not a cautious fighter. Just like Roy Jones. Roy Jones Jr., my favorite fighter ever, he had that same problem. When Roy Jones got knocked out, it was the mental. He still had the same skills, but mentally he didn't because he knew that if he got touched on that chin, he was going to sleep. So what did Roy Jones do? He changed the way that he fought. He was still, for a long time, right? He was still able, he still had the hand speed, he still had the reflexes, but he started trying to fight cautiously when he was an all-out offensive fighter. But now when you try to fight cautiously and use defense first, you never learn how to fight like that from the very jump. That ain't your style. That's not your style. So you're trying to do something that you never picked up as a kid. It's the same thing with Anthony Joshua. The way that Anthony Joshua fights and the way that he goes into fights now, very cautiously, yeah, that shit worked versus Andrew Ruiz because Andrew Ruiz was fat as fuck, was slow on his feet, was flat-footed, stuck in the mud and couldn't really do nothing, right? It worked against him. Yeah, it worked against fucking Pulev because Pulev was slow as a motherfucker. Man, come on, look how you can see every punch that Pulev throw 5 seconds before he throw that bitch. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you put a video game on pause and then unpause that shit. You feel me? And who else he fought? Yeah, I think they're the two fights he's had since the Andrew Ruiz, right? So yeah, but see, you get in there against somebody like Usyk that's fast, that got footwork, that got all of that. He's fighting cautious because as soon as Usyk hit him, what he was doing, he was wobbling. He couldn't take Usyk's power, and Usyk ain't even that powerful, right? He don't hit with that. He's not the most powerful fighter in heavyweight boxing, not even by a long shot, right? But he's accurate and he's precise. So it makes it makes Anthony Joshua fight very different, and he can't fight like that. In order for Anthony Joshua to be successful, he has to have the mentality is he gonna go in there and fight his fight like he used to when we were seeing him knocking everybody out. And he have to have the mentality is I'm gonna go in here, I'm either gonna knock my opponent out or I'm gonna get knocked out, and that's just what it is. But you know, he don't have that because he know his chin ain't gonna hold up, so he don't want to get knocked out. So with that, Usyk is gonna stop him. Usyk is gonna stop him. Yeah, I agree with you, J.A. I got Usyk stopping Anthony Joshua for the simple fact is that Usyk let up off of him last fight. Usyk said it. Usyk said that he's like, I could have knocked him out, I could have stopped him, but my corner told me that I had to win already. Like, you know, I'm dominating him. Just go ahead and just get the win. My corner told me don't take no unnecessary chances. Just make sure I get the win. And he said that's what I did. But this time I'm gonna stop him. And he's getting stopped. He's gonna get stopped. Robert Garcia cannot change his mentality. Robert Garcia can't change, you know, what he has deep down in him. He can't change that. You know what I'm saying? It's too late for that. OTB said Glenn Johnson caught Roy fighting off of all instinct and God-given talent, just like AJ. Great comparison. Yeah, but see, and really, OTB, if you go back to after when Glenn Johnson knocked out Roy wasn't fighting the same, right? He wasn't active on offense. He was fighting more. Roy started fighting not to get knocked out, right? He started fighting not to get knocked out. He wasn't letting his hands go like he was when he was the Roy Jones that I know, right? He wasn't letting his hands go like that. He was fighting not to get knocked out, and that wasn't his game. That wasn't the way that he was brought up to fight. That wasn't how he became, you know, one of the greatest all-time in boxing history. He was not fighting like that. You feel me? So that's why Roy started getting knocked out. Roy never learned fucking fundamentals and great defense like that. Roy's defense, he had great defense because his defense was his legs and his reflexes and his offense. He had you worried about what he was doing on offense so much that was a part of his defense. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker throwing 10, 12 hooks at one time, following with an uppercut, a straight right, pumping the jab, all that, you know what I'm saying? With the angles he was using, his legs and all that shit. That was a part of his defense too. I'm fighting Roy Jones. I'm worried about what the fuck he doing because this motherfucker throwing punches from all type of angles. He throwing them fast as shit. Now I'm worried because I can't get off. I know if I get off, if I try to, you know, mount my offense, I'm probably gonna get knocked the fuck out with a punch that I didn't see. So that shit was a part of his defense then, right? Also, when he was in his prime. But now he's going and he ain't doing none of that. His punch value ain't even high no more because he's worried about getting knocked out. So that's what fucked up Roy. A lot of people thought that Roy lost his reflexes and he lost his, you know, ability. No, he didn't. Roy still had to go back to the second Antonio Tarver fight. It only lasted 2 rounds, but in those 2 rounds, he was fucking up Tarver. He was you know, he was letting his hands go. He was doing all of the shit that we was used to Roy doing, but he just got caught. He got caught. You know, they threw the hook at the same time. Antonio Tarver got his shit off first. Antonio Tarver, you know, his shit, it happens. And Roy Chin was left wide open. It happens in boxing. It can happen to anybody. Roy Chan was left wide open and he got knocked out. And I think that it was so shocking to Roy because that shit never had happened to him. And he didn't see the punch coming. That's what fucked your mental up the worst is when you get hit with some shit like that. And Roy, it left him thinking like, damn, I didn't see that punch coming. I never seen that. I didn't see it coming. I don't even know where the fuck it came from. And now in my next fight, I don't want to get hit with some shit that I don't see what's coming. So now I'm going to be overly cautious because in my head, I know I can get knocked out if I get hit with a punch I don't see coming. And it just fucked the way that he fight up. It just fucked the way that he fight up. What's happening with it, coach? Yeah, Seattle Boxing Talk, what good? Hustle's home, what's happening with it? Let me see what I missed. Jimmy Boxer say don't sleep on the fact that the fight is gonna be in Dubai. AJ will be juiced to the gills and will get knocked out. Take that to the bank. I mean, shit. I wouldn't put it. I ain't gonna put it on him. I ain't gonna say that he is on steroid, but I wouldn't put it past him. You know. I don't know what type of drug testing they got going on. You can never trust that shit that they got going on in the UK. Y'all seen what happened with Dillian White. That motherfucker B sample never came back. Why Dillian White B sample never came back? I'm just asking. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker B sample still ain't came back years later. What happened to Dillian White B sample? Todd Swindle, what's happening with it? Detroit, BC. But yeah, y'all hit my like button. Smash my like button for me. Smash on the like button. Hey, motherfucker 817, you know you ain't got that, you ain't that fucking old. Y'all ain't that old. That nigga talking about this old lady. See, when you use the term old lady, that's when you get to the point to where you pull up to the crib and shit, and you sit in the motherfucking car shaking your head for about 45 minutes before you walk in the crib because you don't want to go in the house because you don't want to hear none of that bullshit. You just sit in the car and shit with the goddamn air conditioning running for 45 minutes in the driveway. You know what I'm saying? Just, damn, I gotta go in here and hit my old lady mouth. Fuck. Shit. Just rock. Hey. I ain't gonna lie. My pops used to do that shit. My pops used to be out there in the motherfucking in the driveway for about an hour and shit. Just sit. I used to be like, "What you doing?" Ah, shit, man, go on back in the house and shit. Don't tell your mama I'm out here. Hey, go on back in the house and don't tell your mama I'm out here. And I got older. He told me, he said, "Shit, I used to sit in the motherfucking driveway because I didn't want to go in the house to hear that bullshit." He just sitting in the car and shit with the air running all your gas up and shit, just rocking back and forth. No, you don't want to go in the house. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Here I go. The old lady in there. I gotta hear her motherfucking mouth and shit. I didn't work all day. Now I gotta go in the house and hear the old lady and shit fuss. Hey, y'all know what I'm talking about. Hey, 817 OTB said, hoping she ain't fucked the meatloaf up. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Motherfucker 817 talking about shit. I'm out with the old lady. She gonna get mad as hell if she see that goddamn comment. Oh, I'm the old lady now, huh? My old lady. Hey, yeah, Mr. Sheldon, what's happening? Mr. Sheldon said his pops used to do that shit sometimes. Man, my pops used to do that shit all the time. He told me like, shit, man, I didn't shit. Trying to go in there and go in the house and deal with your crazy ass mama. And I felt him. Hey, I felt him because shit, my pops was not lying. I love my mama to death, but god damn, she'll raise up, man. She could raise some motherfucking hell to this day. Hey, You crazy as hell, 817. Hey, coach said he ain't got that problem. Yeah, man, I made sure I ain't had that problem either, bro. I made sure. For real. I didn't have that problem before in my life, but I made sure. For real. I learned from watching, you know what I'm saying, watching my folks grow up. I'm gonna make sure I don't have that problem. Y'all ain't gonna have me sitting in my motherfucking car in this 114-degree weather because I don't want to go in the house. Fuck that. Hey, you crazy as hell, OTB crazy. OTB crazy as shit. Hey, Mr. Shell said his folks still argue sometimes. It's funny. Shit, man. But sometimes, nigga, my folks still argue. Nigga, they probably, nigga, my pops ain't at the crib. He ain't over at the crib now. But if they was both in the same house now, they be arguing right now. Shit. With a whole bunch of motherfuckers, but you know, my mama, she gonna put a whole bunch of motherfuckers and a whole bunch of, you know, adjectives and shit behind every word. Hey, man, 817 say his mama hate to hear his daddy name. God damn. Hey, for real. Shit, I had it hard. My mama, shit, you look just like your motherfucking daddy. Hey, real talk, Toss Window said you getting that last piece of mind before you walk in that house into motherfucking to that goddamn hellhole. Man, that's a bad. When it get to that point, man, that's a bad feeling. When it get to that point, bro, man. God damn, man. But yeah. Get back to this boxing. AB, you know what I'm saying? Ass beatings, about billions, all that. You know what I'm saying? AB the can man. He got a fight coming up with Brandon Figueroa. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching AB train, right? I've been watching them train and all of that. And I'm sorry, OTB, but you seeing what I'm seeing, bro. You see what I see, and I know you ain't gonna want to say it because AB is your partner. That's your people, hometown. You gotta ride with AB. I ride with AB too, but man, bro, I be seeing AB. He do his training and shit, and he be hitting the bag. And now let AB tell it. He gonna tell you that, you know what I'm saying? He training on the level of Floyd Mayweather and Spence combined. Way that nigga be sweating and puffing, but when you see the nigga hit the bag, bro, it's like, what the fuck is you doing? Hot, 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 hot. And then this nigga rests for 30 seconds. Hot, 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 hot. Rest for 30 more seconds. And you know what I'm saying? This nigga hit the bag 4 times, walk around, look up in the air, you know what I'm saying? You know, swing his arms out and shit, walk back around the bag, hit that bitch 5 more times, rest again for 30 seconds, you know what I'm saying? And then when the workout done, this nigga get in front of the camera like, yeah, I could have did 15 more rounds. I could have, you know what I'm saying? I could go right now and spar 15 rounds, you know, but I'm all right though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna overdo it. Nigga, overdo it. Come on, AB. Like, man, this shit is gonna get real ugly for AB. I'm hearing Brandon Figueroa talk, right? I'm hearing Brandon Figueroa, he talking, and I'm like, okay, I said I want to see where his head at because, you know, he been fucked up outside of the ring too. You know, Brandon Figueroa, he done been into all type of shit. And he said it. He said, man, look, I don't have no more of the outside issue problems in my life now. He said, this is the first fight in probably about 5 or 6 years that I'm just focused on boxing. I don't have all that other shit. He said, man, had a lot of shit going on in my life. I had a lot of mental health issues. And he said, you know, I'm just looking to see how my body responds in the ring. This is what Brandon Figueroa is saying about going into the AB fight. And when I was listening to Omar, my bad, Omar. I always do that shit. Y'all know I always mix up Brandon and Omar name, but Omar Figueroa, right? So when I'm listening to Omar, I'm just, you know, I really analyze people, right? I analyze people. I'm real good at analyzing people. And I can't tell you how his body gonna respond in the ring, but mentally, I'm letting y'all know right now that AB is fucked up. And I'm saying that the mental mind frame that Omar is in right now, Omar is focused. He focused. And this is a stylistic nightmare for AB. Because Omar, when he in shape and he on his shit, he throws a lot of punches and he can crack hard. The only thing with Omar is that Omar don't have no defense. But y'all know what? Omar don't have to worry about having no defense against Adrian Broner. Because if you're a fighter that throw a lot of punches at AB, what is AB gonna do? What AB gonna do? He ain't gonna throw no punches. And if you crack AB, he's gonna hold you, and he's gonna basically just gonna survive for the 10 or 12 rounds. I don't know how many rounds this fight gonna be, but he's gonna go into survival mode for 10 and 12 rounds. Now, you ain't gonna be able to knock AB out, but he's gonna hold you every time you try to get off. He gonna wrap you up and he gonna run and he gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna survive. He gonna be on the back foot. He gonna try to throw a left hook off the back foot, make a loud ass noise, not hit shit. Bruh. OTB. Nigga, if somebody gave you 5-to-1 odds that AB is gonna let his hands go, you wouldn't take that motherfucking bet. Stop typing shit you don't believe yourself. You know good so goddamn well AB is not gonna get in there and let his hands go. First of all, AB is not gonna be in shape to let his hands go. The way that AB trained is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. The way that Adrian Broner trains, that shit's ridiculous. And can't nobody tell him nothing. You can't tell him nothing. If you go look at how he trains, and I'm just talking about how he trains on the bag when he's hitting the mitts, you could tell that his stamina is not there. He don't have stamina like that. Yeah, you see him posting pictures sweating like a motherfucking hog because he ain't in shape. Come on, man. Go look at AB when he used to be in shape. The nigga don't even got a neck. Hey, Adrian Broner don't even got a neck no more. You know what AB, how he trained? AB trains like a motherfucker that go to the gym by himself, right? Everybody knows somebody, right? And you might be that person. Go to the gym by themselves and just do enough to say that they went to the gym. You feel what I'm saying? That's how ABB training when he on the bag. He can't hit the bag consistently. He can't do mitts consistently without taking long ass breaks. Every time he throw about 4 punches, he gonna take a break and walk around. Telling y'all, I ain't lying. And that shit, that's what gets him the results that he get in the ring. When AB really won a fight last. And I fuck with AB, but we just got to keep it real. He needs to hang it up. Because if Adrian Broner is not willing to change the way that he trains and what he does, he don't need to be talking about the second. Nigga, how many second parts of your career you going to have? This nigga done had about 10-second parts of his in the second half of my career. I'm gonna be champion again, and I'm gonna take boxing serious. It's about boxing. The second half of my career, the second part of your career. Look, AB. Let's see when the last time he really won a fight. He ain't really win that Adrian Granados fight. The last lost to Mikey Garcia, had a draw versus Jesse Vargas, lost to motherfucking Manny Pacquiao. He got his ass beat by Giovanni Santiago. He did not win that fight. The last time AB won a fight really was in 2016. AB ain't won a fight since 2016. Nigga, we is in 2022. This nigga ain't won a fight in 6 years. But why? My whole point of saying this is, why hasn't he won a fight in 6? Because the way he trained, if you look at the way that he trains, that tell you everything you need to know about Adrian Broner. Yeah, he can get his weight down. He can cut weight. But he ain't training to be in motherfucking fight shape. And it shows it because he can't throw more than goddamn 10 punches around. He ain't won a fight since 2016. Hey, come on, man. That shit pitiful. Heavy Bag said he always thought AB was swole until he realized he ain't had no neck. He don't got no neck because he ate his neck away. Coach said he dedicated to his lifestyle. It's just, he just got the wrong people around him, bro. And then he's hard-headed. You can't tell him shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell him. You can even tell by the way he trained that you can't get him to train different. Why that when that nigga is hitting the mitts and doing the heavy bag, why ain't nobody yelling at AB telling him, nigga, stop fucking taking breaks? Nigga, take another break in this motherfucking training session over. Like, if I'm training AB, I'm tell that nigga, look, bro, if I see you walk around this goddamn heavy bag one more time after throwing 4 punches, that's it. We done. You're going to have to find another trainer because I'm not doing this shit with you. I'm not finna sit here and watch you hit the heavy bag 4 or 5 times and then walk around it for 30 seconds and then get at it again. Nigga, we done. You get the fuck out the gym or I leave. And y'all, 817, I swear, nigga, for real. I didn't train fighters before. You know what I'm saying? I was training fighters. Bro, that shit ain't finna slide with me. You know, you can't tell another grown man what to do. Like, you can't make him do shit. But if you're not going to do it, bro, I'm not finna just sit around here just because. And see, this is the problem. And I'm not talking about nobody particular because Gerald G, one of his trainers, he a good-ass trainer. He trained Floyd. He trained Clarissa Shields. You know, so he can train. He know his shit. But AB, you can't tell him nothing. He's hard-headed as a motherfucker, right? And so I think a lot of them guys that train AB, they know they're going to get paid, so they ain't finna tell him that shit. He needs somebody that's like, when he was with Coach Cunningham, AB was in the best shape that we had seen him in since he was at 135. You feel me? When Adrian Broner got with Cunningham, when Cunningham and Tank Davis and Erickson Lubin and him, when they was all staying in that house together, right? And Derek Cunningham, and Cunningham was making him get up every morning, had him on a diet and all that. AB was in the best shape then that we had seen him in since he was at 130, 135. AB was in some shape. Go back to the Jesse Vargas fight, and AB threw more punches, right, in that fight when he was with Cunningham than he had in a lot of fights since then and that he had since then. That was his highest output volume. If you go back and look at the stats in the Jesse Vargas when he was with Cunningham, because Cunningham is a no-nonsense type of coach. He not letting you get away with that bullshit. He ain't finna let you hit the fucking mitts and throw 9 punches and then walk around for 30 seconds. He ain't gonna let you get on the fucking heavy bag and throw 5 hard-ass shots and then walk around and, you know what I'm saying, and brush your motherfucking hair with the palm of your hand and stretch and look up in the air and talk to try to distract people from seeing you. Like, damn, this nigga see AB think he's smart. I be watching what that nigga do. A nigga hit the bag 5 times and then walk around and he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see that? Yeah, I'm a motherfucker, ain't I? Yeah, I'm a motherfucker. Yeah. I train hard. I train hard. Yeah, I'm training hard. Yeah. I'm in some motherfucking shape. I'm in shape. Yeah. I'm in shape. Yeah. I'm in shape. They didn't think I'd get in shape like this, huh? I'm a motherfucker. They didn't think I'd get in shape like this. The whole time, this nigga that took a 30-second rest because he was talking to your ass, right? And he psyched you out. That's what AB do. Go watch him train if y'all think I'm lying. That nigga, he talked for 30, and the whole time he rested. But he done distracted everybody because he talking that shit, and you don't realize this nigga just walked around the bag and talked for 30 seconds and it ain't hit shit and took a whole fucking rest and then got back at it again. I'm telling y'all, man. I be doing because dudes, when I was training cats, they would try to do that shit. But I'm on top of that. You not finna get off with that shit versus me. You ain't finna talk your way into a rest. No, you gonna rest when it's time for you to rest. And you know, I was watching Gervonta, you know, now Tank Davis, he don't throw a lot of punches. And I was watching how Tank trained. And I said, and I told Money, I said, look at how Tank trained. Tank does a lot of the same shit I noticed about Tank. When a lot of them fighters was, you know, when they had to do their push-ups and sit-ups and little things like that, Tank would stop and he wouldn't be doing that shit, right? But the thing is Tank is so much more athletically gifted and he's still a lot younger than AB. So he can get away with a lot of that shit. And Tank power is on a whole different level. So Tank don't have to throw a lot of punches. If he just got to land the right punch. But if you watch Tank, he don't throw a lot of punches. You know what I'm saying? But they have a lot to do with the way that he trained too. He don't train to now. When you see somebody like Errol Spence, he trained to the fucking max. That's why he can let his hands go. That's why you never see him get tired. Floyd Mayweather, right? He trained to the fucking max. You never see Floyd get tired, but he don't throw a lot of punches. But if you go back to Floyd, when he was Pretty Boy, Floyd threw a lot of punches. You know what I'm saying? He just switched his style because he moved up to bigger weight classes and had hand problems. But if Floyd need to, he can. That shit all come about how you train. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Smash on the like button. Yeah, y'all smashed on the like button. You know. But, you know, all in all, I fuck with AB. I just know better. Cassandra, the queen in the building, she say, stop. You know, I got to tell her like it is, Cassandra. I'm sorry. I know that's your Cincinnati partner. I know it's your Cincinnati partner, but I'm just letting y'all know. Don't go put if you bet on fights, don't go put your money on Adrian Broner thinking that he gonna go in there and beat Omar Figueroa. He ain't finna beat Omar. He gonna get his ass beat. But I like I said, I'm not finna lie to you. I've always been a big Adrian Broner fan. But it's just like the Cowboys. I'm a huge diehard Cowboy fan, but I'm that nigga that's gonna tell you they ain't shit, they ain't gonna be shit, And when everybody coming out talking about the Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl this year, this our year, I'm that nigga that's gonna tell y'all it's a motherfucking lie. The Cowboys ain't gonna do shit this year, just like they did last year and the year before that, right? I'm the one that's gonna tell y'all. So I'm a big Adrian Broner fan, and I'm gonna tell y'all the same thing about AB. He ain't gonna do shit. He gonna talk a good game in the press conference. He gonna get you excited, and he gonna go in there and do what you used to seeing him do. OTB boxing class says if AB acted like y'all favorite fighters, he'd be 40-0. Well, my favorite fighters fight the best. You know that, OTB. But if Adrian Broner would have never got to 40-0, it don't matter who they put him in the ring with, he would have never got to 40-0 because by the time he got to 28-0, he would have fucking blew all that shit and acted a goddamn fool. Real talk. He just don't have the discipline. You know what I'm saying? You have to have discipline, and he just don't have the discipline. Man, W. Rice, if you don't cut it out with that Dak Prescott shit, that nigga Dak trash. Man, Dak could never smell it. Man, Dak could never come close to an MVP. For real. The closest Dak will ever come to an MVP is playing against one. That's the closest Dak Prescott will ever get to an MVP is playing against one. That nigga never smell an MVP. The big stepper, Money Brown in the building. What's happening with it, Money? Cassandra say, I never gave up on the banger, so I can't give up on AB. I don't know. I feel you. You can't give up on AB, but just know that he ain't winning shit. Hey, Hustle Holmes say Dak ain't trash. He just a mid, and I'm a Redskins fan. Yeah, he a mid. He's some Reggie. You know what I'm saying? Dak ain't trash. He just some, he mid-grade Reggie. You know what I'm saying? He ain't oregano. He just mid-grade Reggie. What's happening with it, Juan? What's happening with it, Jawan? I'm going to tell you like this, man. Can't nobody tell me about Dak because I watch every game that Dak has ever played in the NFL and the preseason. That motherfucker, if you ain't really paying attention to the games like that and you just watching highlights and all that shit, he'll fool you because you'll look at the stats. But then when you really look at him play, you like, this motherfucker ain't shit. He ain't shit. And I never thought I'd say that shit, but Tony Romo was a bit, and I couldn't stand Tony Romo. Tony Romo was a much better quarterback than Dak Prescott, for sure. Much better. So, and I could talk that shit because, shit, I've been riding with the Cowboys since the 80s. That's been my squad. Since I ever known football, that was my squad. Now, I did like the Raiders back in the day, too, when Bo Jackson was playing for the Raiders. Hustles Home say Romo a Hall of Famer. Man, no, don't do that, Hustlers. Don't. Romo ain't no goddamn Hall of Famer. All the games that nigga fucked up in the clutch for us, Romo ain't nobody Hall of Famer. All them games that Romo fucked up in the clutch, man, all the shit that I done broke up in my house because of Tony Romo, he ain't nobody Hall of Famer. That motherfucker owed me money and shit for the shit I broke in my house for fucking with him. And then motherfucker Tony Romo, he owed me money for the holes I put in the wall, all type of shit. Yeah. Man, Tony Romo ain't never threw for no 5,000 yards, bro. What stats you looking at, Hustles Home? That nigga ain't never threw for 5,000 yards in his whole career. Hell no. Oh man, but y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. I know y'all mad at me, but shit, I'm a Cowboy fan. So y'all can't be mad. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth. I'm a Cowboy. I'm a diehard Cowboy fan, but I know better. You know what I'm saying? I know better. I try to switch teams and shit, but that shit just don't feel right. So I gotta suffer. You know what I'm saying? I gotta suffer. But anyway, man, let's talk about this Jake Paul and I want to talk about this Jake Paul and Hasim Rahman shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about this Jake Paul and Hasim Rahman shit. And I want, and you know, I'm gonna drop a link. I'm gonna drop a link in the chat because I want to get, you know, other people take on this shit too. So if you want to, you know what I'm saying, if you want the link, I'm gonna drop the link to I'll let 4 people come up on here. You know what I'm saying? If you want the link, I'm gonna drop the link. That link is in the chat. If you want the link, I'm gonna drop the link. Let me see. Let me pin this link. So the link is pinned in the chat if you want to cook on this. Now, Hasim Rahman and Jake Paul, right? Hasim Rahman and Jake Paul. Now, I hear now people don't never want to give Jake Paul his credit, right? They say, "Oh, Jake Paul, he ain't shit. He needs to step up and he needs to fight a real boxer." You know what I'm saying? Now, he went and fought Tyron Woodley. Now, I know I was familiar with Tyron Woodley. I knew about Tyron Woodley. They didn't want to give him no credit versus Tyron Woodley, right? Tyron Woodley, I had been telling people, Tyron Woodley had been training in boxing for years before he fought Jake Paul. Tyron Woodley had, you know, he had been training in boxing, you know, for boxing, striking, boxing, extensively for years. And I said, man, Tyron Woodley, I got to give him credit if he beat Tyron Woodley, but didn't nobody want to give him credit for Tyron Woodley, right? Then they came, and when he knocked out Tyron Woodley, well, first they said that he ain't had no chance against Tyron Woodley. People that knew who Tyron Woodley was, they said he ain't had no fucking chance. Then when he knocked out Tyron Woodley, everybody came and said the fight was fixed. Tyron Woodley got paid off, and he let Jake Paul do that shit. Well, nah, ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? To me, when you say that, that's taken away from Tyron Woodley's integrity, right? To me, Tyron Woodley got a lot more integrity than to let a man, you know what I'm saying, come over the top, blast his motherfucking whole chin off, and then go to sleep in front of the whole world to get paid. Tyron Woodley ain't going down like that. I ain't delete no comment, A1. I haven't deleted nobody comment. Don't do that to me, A1 Hoops On. I ain't deleted nobody comment. I don't even know what you're talking about. I can't even delete comments from right here. Yeah. So anyway, so people, they didn't want to give Jake Paul no credit. They said Tyron Woodley got paid off. And I wasn't feeling that shit. You know what I'm saying? Tyron Woodley got caught with some shit that he didn't see, and he went to sleep. Jake Paul got real power. Jake Paul trains with real fighters. If you hear any of these fighters, right, outside of the hype of the build-up of the fight when he got a fight coming up, when you hear any of these fighters, they all tell you that Jake Paul can actually fight. They tell you that his defense is trash. He don't got no defense, but he can fight, right? So they still were saying that don't count. He needs to fight a real boxer. Now, my whole thing with that is like, okay, he got what, 4 or 5 fights? 4 or 5 fights. A lot of these dudes, a lot of your favorite fighters was fighting the same level of competition with 4 or 5 fights. Go back and look at that shit. Look at their record. They was fighting the same level of competition with 4 or 5 fights that Jake Paul is fighting. And some of them, much lesser competition. Motherfuckers, so it's okay for your favorite fighter to go down to Tijuana and beat up the motherfucking fat ass, the fat ass cook, you know what I'm saying, in the back of the Mexican restaurant and fight 15 of them motherfuckers before he even come over to the States and fight. But Jake Paul, in his 3rd fight, he got to get in there with a motherfucking real boxer that got a real record. Y'all got to make it make sense, right? So, I really was never on that. You know, if like I said, when you go look at all these other fighters, they're not fighting real competition like that in their first few fights. So y'all said, well, he got to fight a real boxer. So he was trying to fight Fury. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury, brother. He was trying to fight Fury. Fury, that shit didn't pan out. Fury couldn't get over here. You feel me? Fury couldn't get over here. So he ain't fight Fury. Then this Hasim Rahman shit came up. Now I know Hasim Rahman just got back from getting knocked out. He just got knocked clean out. Me, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really seen too much of Hasim Rahman in the ring. I seen him sparring, but I haven't seen him in a real fight. But you know, I know that his pops could crack. Actually, money was there. Man, I was talking to his pops at the Errol Spence and Usyk fight, but not at the fight, but we was in the hotel chopping it up. And this motherfucking, his daddy hands, this motherfucking, one of his fists is like that fucking big. I ain't never seen a fist that big in my motherfucking life. And I told Hasim Rahman, I said, God damn. I said, no wonder you put Lennox Lewis to sleep when you touched his ass. And Money got to laughing and shit. I said, man, you got some big ass motherfucking hands. Like that, Hasim Rahman has some motherfucking Andre the Giant hands for real. I never seen a man hands that motherfucking big. Right? And he just got to laughing and shit. So I know his pops, he got a boxing background because his pops was a world champion. So I said, we got to give him credit if he fight Hasim Rahman. Then you already have people saying, nope, the fight is rigged. That's his sparring partner, that the fight is rigged. So I said, damn. I didn't know that was his sparring partner. You might be right. But then I look, you know, I do my research and look further into it. And I said, well, just because a lot of fighters didn't fight their sparring partners. I mean, you hear that shit all the time.
Ali fought like 3 of his sparring partners.
I mean, you hear a lot of fighters fight their sparring partners. You feel me? Just because, let me see. Name somebody. Manny Pacquiao, he fought his sparring partner before. I mean, Sean Porter then fought his sparring partner before. So you mean to tell me if Manny Pacquiao and Sean Porter ended up fighting, right? You mean to tell me that fight was going to be rigged because that was his sparring partner? So automatically, right, people saying, oh, no, that's his sparring partner. That shit is set up and it's rigged. And you got to think, like, why are y'all doing that? Y'all doing that just to take credit away from Jake Paul before these men even get in the ring. So I'm watching, you know, I watched the build up, I watched the press conference, and I watched the backstory from what they had going on. And if you look at the backstory, to me, that shit was real. Like, it was real. They really don't like each other. You know, Hasim Rahman was saying that, you know, that Jake Paul ran from him in the ring. You feel me? Try to run from him in the ring. Jake Paul saying that he was putting hands on Hasim Rahman. but you could tell that they was really talking shit to each other like that. And so I say all of that to say this is that if Jake Paul go in there and he beats Hasim Rahman, you got to give him his fucking credit. I don't want to hear, oh man, that shit was rigged. That it was rigged. Because this man goes in there and he sweat with blood, sweat, and tears, and he trained his fucking ass off. He go in there and against real fighters. You see what I'm saying? He go in there against real fighters, and he take the sport seriously. Just because you don't like him, y'all ain't gotta make up shit every time. Oh man, it's rigged. Oh man, that was rigged. Look how he fell. It was rigged. Y'all gotta stop that shit. Just accept that the man, he taking the sport serious and he can crack. Now, if he get knocked out, y'all ain't gonna say it was rigged. If he get his ass beat, y'all ain't gonna say it was rigged. So cut that bullshit out. You know what I'm saying? Give him his credit. If he goes in there and beats Hasim Rahman, y'all gotta give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying that he's on the level of a Canelo or Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence or none of that. You just got to give him credit for accomplishing what he accomplished and stepping in the sport so late. And he taking it serious. A lot of y'all motherfuckers can't do what he do. You ain't finna get up in the gym and train like that and go to war with these real fighters in sparring, right? Y'all ain't finna do that. So stop shitting on him and give him his respect. Right. Now for everybody that want to talk shit, can you get in the gym and do what he do? If you can't, I don't want to hear none of that shit. Hustle Home says, Canelo got a belt from an unknown spar partner. Smash that like button. Yeah, he did, but the fight wasn't rigged. Canelo was just a million times better than that motherfucker sorry ass. But and salute to Hustle's Homes. But let me you go ahead and cook OTB.
Yeah, man. I just first of all, you know I'm rocking with Jake Paul, man. And I gotta put into context what he do for the sport. You understand? Like, man, let's look at the fact that this man is practically an NBA walk-on in boxing. Like, man, we might not never even see that shit before. And he's built up a big enough viewing for people to want to see him that he's relevant, so he's his own entity. I definitely respect it. You understand what he's doing there? Like, man, that's special. Whenever a person can cross over those boundaries, like with no amateur career, like, man, come on, man, he done made his own platform. So if y'all hating, then it's because it ain't you. You understand? It ain't because of what he doing or his talent, or even I hear people say, oh, he ain't good for the sport of boxing. But y'all can have real fucking champions out here that say that belts don't matter. Put their ass in WWE then. If belts don't matter and you not chasing legacy, then you fighting exhibition matches like Jake Paul. That's what the hell you need to be doing. So a lot of y'all really need to assess, you understand, what you really get out of the sport and what you want out of this sport. Because, man, that's bullshit. I ain't gonna listen to nobody talk no shit about Jake Paul. And then we got fighters who practically telling us, oh, I don't want to fight no champions. I ain't tripping about, I'm gonna keep knocking out people out of Whataburger. I'm gonna keep walking in Whataburger, knocking motherfuckers out. I ain't hearing that shit, man. That's boxing. And dude putting it on the line. He putting himself in a position to where the skies is the limit. You know what I mean? We don't know where this street gonna stop at for him. So we ain't gonna hate it. Well, he walking down the top of it. You understand? And I really do respect what he doing. I respect what he doing for the sport. I respect what they doing in women's boxing. So I got the utmost respect for Jake Paul on all levels, man.
Yeah, man. You know, and like you said, another thing is he's doing a lot for boxing, right? Putting people around him, he putting them on, give him shining light on them, giving them paydays.
Come on.
What your favorite fighter ain't doing that shit?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all favorite fighter ain't doing that shit. He's doing a lot for boxing. He's bringing eyes to boxing that wasn't giving a fuck about boxing before.
Facts.
You feel me? And he's doing it with real fighters. He ain't bringing celebrities over here, putting them in the ring. No, he's putting real fighters that wasn't getting the respect, that wasn't getting light shined on them, and he's giving them that opportunity, right? With real fighters, not bringing celebrities on, because he could easily bring other YouTubers and celebrities on and make it a whole fucking shit show. But and let's be doing that because he take the sport seriously, right? Now I can understand if y'all had the feeling towards him that y'all have if he didn't take the sport seriously. If he was just bringing a whole bunch of fucking YouTubers and celebrities and, you know what I'm saying, putting them on the cards and with fake shit, but he's not doing that. He's putting on real fights. Y'all would have never seen Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor if it wasn't for him.
In Madison Square Garden. In Madison Square Garden, bro. And gave him more money than Eddie Hearn ever paid him. Paid him more than Al paying any of his boxers.
But y'all want to run around and talk shit and get mad at Jake Paul and tell me, oh, man, fuck Jake Paul. I hate him and this and that. Right? And he doing all this shit. Putting on fights like that. But you ain't crying about your favorite fighter not wanting to get in the ring and fight nobody. Like, come on, man. Y'all got to stop this bullshit in boxing.
Facts. And we the only sport that put up with that type of shit.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Y'all don't care about your favorite fighter not wanting to fight the best, but you're crying about Jake Paul.
All right, and I can't wait till we get on his ass. I tried to stay away from him because I know we gonna get there. But when we do get to his ass, man.
Shit crazy, man. Dizzy, what's happening with it? Welcome to the show.
Salute, bro.
What's up with it, man? What you got?
What's going on, man? I'll put it to you like this. In my opinion, I appreciate that he at least called out, you know, he taking this fight with Hasim Rahman Jr. You know, I watched this fight with Tyron Woodley, the first and the second one. I don't even want to mention that second one. That second one was pure D, whatever. But if he puts on a decent performance against if he puts on a decent performance, I gotta respect him. Like, I respect anybody that'll step in there, period, point blank, off real. But with all of the talking he does, you know, that talking has to go up against somebody that legitimately does this regularly. Not someone like the aspect of MMA. Yes, boxing is an aspect of it, but it's not the main focus. So Tyron Woodley, even though he does, you know, box a little bit in his training, he's not a boxer. He's a fighter, but not a boxer. So it's going to be good to see this Jake step up against an actual boxer and see how he conducts himself and how he performs.
I can understand that.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, right? But you got to think, right? When you say his talking, that's how you build yourself.
Definitely.
If he didn't, you know what I'm saying? If he didn't have the mouthpiece that he has and say the things that he say, he wouldn't be where he is now. You feel me? He does that to promote himself. Floyd Mayweather promoted himself. The best fighters got that mouthpiece. Muhammad Ali promoted himself, right? That was they had hard work and dedication outside of the ring, right? Mm-hmm. They did all of that. They put in the work outside of the ring, but a part of why we know them as we know them today is because they was able to promote themselves. And Jake Paul, he took that, right? And he learned from it, and he put that in his game. He put that in his game. So I don't have a problem with him talking all that shit and doing all the antics that he does because I understand it. You know what I'm saying? I understand all of that. And as far as money, put your camera on in the background real quick. I got to make sure that's you. You know, because I know dudes be stealing your shit all the time. Okay, I got you, money. So, I understand it and I respect what he's doing because I get it. A lot of it because if you don't think of it that way, you like this motherfucker annoying. Fuck this, like he talk a gang of shit, but then you got to think, okay, I see what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? I see what he's doing, and it's smart. But as far as what I was going back to before, when everybody's saying, "Oh, well, this is he ain't fighting no real fighters," 9 times out of 10, your favorite fighter wasn't fighting no real fighter. When you look at their record and they was over there in Tijuana or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And then you look at their record and they fighting a motherfucker that was 0-43, 0-0, 0-10. I mean, and you gotta understand, Jake Paul don't have an amateur background. A lot of our favorite fighters, they have extensive amateur backgrounds and they still stepping into the professional ranks fighting somebody that was 0-45. When they didn't have 100, 200 professional, amateur fights. That man don't even have an amateur background, so I don't expect him to get in there, and just go against a real boxer, as we might say, right off the rip. Him fighting them MMA fighters that, like somebody like Tyron Woodley, that was Ben Askren, nah. Because Ben Askren, that dude couldn't, like that dude, he never had no hands. He wasn't a striker. You know what I'm saying? He was a wrestler. But somebody like Tyron Woodley, when he fought Tyron Woodley, then I gave him his respect. Am I giving him his respect for a Nate Robinson? Fuck no. Nate Robinson is a basketball player. You know what I'm saying? That nigga played football and basketball. You feel me? But Tyron Woodley was like, okay, now you getting dangerous because this dude been training in boxing for years. This dude was a MMA champion, and he was a champion because known for knocking motherfuckers clean out. You know what I'm saying? Because of his hands. So, yeah, he's not a boxer as we know, but he was still dangerous for him. So I gave him credit for that. And now I think we got to give him credit for Hasim Rahman, because Hasim Rahman probably been fighting since he was a little kid.
Yeah.
Hey, but my man, let me pass to Ghetto Guys. What's happening with him? Yo,
bro.
Ghetto Guys.
What's up with it, bro?
What's happening with him?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
Right side. Turn your camera on real quick.
Can you hear me, bro?
I think that's the real right side. Okay, I got you right side.
Yeah, Ghetto Guys, we hear you, man.
Yeah, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we hear you.
What's going on, man? What's up, man?
What's happening?
But shit, man, man, I feel on it, man. I feel like what Jake doing, man, good for the sport of boxing, because like y'all said earlier, he's shining, he bringing other people to the sport that won't even be paying attention for real. And I'm supporting him. I'm with him with everything he doing, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Jake. This is what he wanted to do. He stepped up to the plate and he put in full effort in. So I take my hat off to Jake Paul, man.
Yeah, man. I agree. I do too. Like I said, I like
but
what
it's
he's
like
doing.
far as like I was saying though.
Is Ghetto fucking up y'all? Or is
it's me too. Yeah, you going
like
in and out, cuz.
Your connection real bad, man. You going in and out every second. We can't really get you.
Leave and come back, or
go out and come back in. See if your connection is better.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you cutting out bad.
Yeah, you going in and out too much.
Dizzy over there looking like a barber and shit.
Oh man. Yeah, go out and come back in, Ghetto Guys. What's up?
I'm still in the matrix. I'm still in the matrix.
Yeah, your connection bad. Your connection real bad.
Ghetto. Go out and come back in, Ghetto.
The right side. I think no, that's money. Money, that's on you.
Yeah, you know how I feel about Jake Paul. I respect everything that he's doing, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I do give him credit for Nate Robinson. Because if Nate Robinson would have knocked out Jake Paul last, he would have got all the credit in the world. You feel me? So if you get in there and you put them gloves on and you fighting the man and he knock your ass out, that's on you, homie. You know what I'm saying? Jake Paul got a win over the basketball community. When the basketball community talk, they don't like that shit, bro. They don't like it at all. They like shit. It ain't like when Jake Paul knocked out Nate. All right, we give him that. We give him that. But this, like, you know what I'm saying? That's a dub for Jake Paul. But it's like they both got into that ring and we was pulling for motherfucking Nate ass, and Nate went in there and got his ass knocked out. Because if he would have knocked out Jake, you know, they would have been praising the shit out of Nate. So I'm giving him his just due. But then on the other hand, right, I heard somebody saying, oh, we're not giving him credit for his sparring partner. No, if anything, he was a sparring partner for Hasim Rahman. Like he said, Hasim Rahman Jr. been boxing way before motherfucking Jake Paul. So in all reality, Jake Paul is a sparring partner. You feel me? So we can't sit up here and make it as if it's this, that, and the third. Nah, Jake Paul, if he go in here and beat my dog Hasim Rahman and knock his ass out, he ain't even got to knock him out. If he go in here and get the W, you got to put extra respect on his name, on the sense of what Key said. He just got up a real boxing match and was winning before he got his ass knocked out, Hasim Rahman Jr. Right? His father is a professional fighter. His brother is a professional fighter. He come up in a professional ranking. You know what I'm saying? So he know all the little slick shit. Even though he probably can't do them all, he know all the little slick shit and the little things you can get away with, the little tricks and trades in boxing and shit. Jake Paul don't know that shit, even though he learning on the fly. You know what I mean? I watched the little press conference today. I seen them going back and forth, right? And Jake Paul, he was standing his ground, talking this shit, standing his ground, right? Like a true boxer. You feel me? So if he go in here and beat Hasim Rahman Jr., bro, that's extra points for him, bro. Extra. Because like he said, for once, it ain't like he really got no background with the amateurs and shit like that. And even though we give him credit for Nate Robinson being national, because I give him credit for all of them, and motherfucking my guy Tyrone Woodley twice, you know, he ain't getting no real fucking experience for his boxing off those dudes. We see that he get wild. We see that he get tired. We see the shit that we see his flaws that he got inside that ring, besides landing the big punch on the motherfucker. So Hasim Rahman still got the you know, he still got the upper hand on Jake Paul, right? By a landslide. He got the upper hands by a landslide. So if Jake Paul get in there and do his thing on Hasim Rahman, bro, he's going to get extra credit for beating that man. Now, I feel like Hasim Rahman should win this fight. There's no way he should lose this fight to Jake Paul. No way. He should not lose this fight to Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? No ifs, ands, and buts, no nothing. He shouldn't lose this fight. So he should be putting every dollar he got, you know what I'm saying, to, even though you say he don't gamble, right? Well, you should be giving it to somebody else who do gamble and letting them put every dollar they got on your motherfucking ass and betting Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? But that just shows me a little something to it. I ain't gonna say I seen no nerves out of my guy. He was holding his own on that stage, but Jake Paul was talking that shit to his ass. You know what I'm saying? He was talking that shit and he was confident, like he go on there and just walk through his ass like he been doing his other. Well, I ain't gonna even say he walked through Tyrone Woodley, but he confident that he's gonna go in there and win that fight. So if you ain't got no respect for that man who's stepping his ass inside that ring, and he just coming off the street and doing this shit, right? And the buzz he got, even though they got their little fan base or how they built their fan base, regardless, like he said, he's still bringing light to the sport. I mean, even real fighters respecting him, bro. Errol Spence, you got real fighters that respect Jake Paul for what he's doing inside that sport circle, because they know it ain't easy doing what he's doing. Getting in there, no motherfucking head gird, real, no, you know what I'm saying, kid? Like, this ain't no fake shit. It's real. Like, people talking about, oh, it's a fluke and this, nah, that shit is real, bro, what he's doing in that ring. So you got to get that man that's just doing his credit. And if you get in there, he knocked this man ass out, or even if you get the W, fam, like he say, man, I think you got to put a newfound respect on his name, man. And if he beat Hasim Rahman Jr., they gonna come gunning. They gonna come gunning. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, he just built this shit up that much more. And he put people to shame like Eddie Hearn, who talking about, oh, he's not a real fighter. He won't last for this long. If he go, like, it's a lot of people that he's trying to prove wrong, that if he do beat that man, you know, he gonna put egg on their goddamn face. And I want to see if people will give him the respect that he deserves. And Eddie Hearn is one of them, because Eddie Hearn can't stand his ass. But I want to see if people give him the respect that he deserves if he go out there and beat a real fighter like Hasim Rahman Jr.
See, Eddie Hearn and a lot of them promoters, they look at him as a threat. This young cat coming in, you know what I'm saying, making shit happen. He got money. Like, they look at him as a threat, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And let's also remember,
he kind of forced Eddie Hearn's hand too, didn't he?
Right.
He did.
If I'm an up and coming fighter, right? If I'm a fighter, I'm really looking into signing with Jake Paul. Real talk.
facts. And then it's like he getting paid for his amateur fights. Like he got paid for his amateur fights in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And good money for it too.
Let me say this, y'all. Teach. That don't have nothing to do with
That's
nothing,
special,
bro.
man.
That don't have. Listen, Hasim Rahman come up in boxing, bro. He comes up in boxing. So guess how many training camps he been in? Guess how many fucking coaches that he could have trained with? All of that boxing experience plays a key, fam. So
is it Hasim Rahman? Isn't he like 14-1?
Yeah, that was his first loss he took, bro. I can't say.
And Hasim Rahman just fought not too long ago.
And he was
straight.
So he said probably was in camp before the guy, since he's a replacement. No, he's not no replacement, Teach. He's a real fucking fighter. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Hasim Rahman Jr. is a real fighter, fam. He does this shit for a living. Like, don't get me wrong, we giving Jake Paul credit because he's stepping in, but he's been doing this his whole fucking life, bro. So Jake Paul should be a sparring partner to him. Like the shit Jake Paul do, fam, like he still got his flaws. But Hasim Rahman Jr. been doing this his whole fucking career, fam. So he ain't no step in. Like he said, he's still in good shape. He just came off an L where he got knocked out, but he was winning that fight. You know what I'm saying? So he come up with boxing royalty, and he come through gyms, boxing motherfuckers. You seen what he did on Floyd Mayweather show when that boy whooped his little brother ass, right? He boxed the kid.
Damn, bro. So I just pulled Hasim Rahman Jr. fight up, right? I mean his box rec, right? So he's 12-1 with 6 KOs. He lost one fight. Now the fight that he lost was to James Morrison. That's Tommy Morrison's son, right? That's Tommy the Duke Morrison's son, and Tommy Duke Morrison's son is 20-0 with 18 KOs.
Yeah.
So he damn near done knocked out everybody that he been in the ring with. And like I said, I didn't see the fight, but Money said that Hasim Rahman was winning that fight. Now, Teach, you coming in here saying that, it was set up. Bro, that's closed-minded. You already let me know, no matter what happened, you're not going to give Jake Paul no credit. Because you already coming in here, it's set up for him to win. It's set up for him to win. Bro, he takes the sport seriously. He trained like an animal. You know what I'm saying? He trained like an animal. He takes the sport serious. It ain't like the motherfucker just going in there showing some shit on camera. Like, even the weight that he have to cut.
Okay.
Jake Paul a big ass dude. For him to cut down to 180 or whatever they be fighting at 190, that's a lot of weight for him to cut. Like, if you listen to all these other fighters that tell you, they say, man, Jake Paul trained his ass off and he can fight. He just don't got no defense. All of them tell you, like, yeah, Jake Paul can fight.
Corey Spence, a Hall of Famer. Key, that dude say, so Key, he said he gonna take a dive. So what use is he gonna do for Hasim Rahman taking a dive against fucking Jake Paul? What's that gonna do for his boxing career taking a dive, bro?
Not a damn thing.
Right, bro. That's gonna look
better. Don't this go on his real record?
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah,
it do.
It go on his real record.
It's a real fight.
So what that's gonna do for him, bro?
He coming off a knockout.
That's the type of shit that I don't like when you are, man, he gonna take a dive. So you already got it set up, built-in excuse to say, well, if he win, oh man, it was because Hasim Rahman took a dive for the money. Bro, that's easy for anybody to do. I don't like all that.
Like y'all say, when y'all say a dive, y'all mind made up. Y'all ain't gonna get that man no critic in the fight.
Right. Now we can watch the fight, right? What you need to do is wait and watch the fight. Now, if you see some just blatantly funny shit going on, then yeah, we can say, okay, yeah, that shit wasn't, you know what I'm saying? That shit wasn't it. That motherfucker came in there for the payday. Because it's happened in boxing. It ain't like it's never happened in boxing before, and it don't happen. Yeah, it happens. But at least let the fight take place before you start already making up your mind and telling everybody what's going to happen. You know?
All facts, man. It's interesting because these guys, they'll sit there and tell you, well, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought a real fighter. Then he goes to get in the ring with a real fighter. The first thing you want to say is, oh, the real fighter about to take a dive. When you've been complaining that he ain't fighting real fighters, real boxers, you know what I'm saying? And so, and the other thing, Jake Paul, bro, he's good for the sport of boxing. At this current moment, you need casual fans to start tuning back into fights. And one thing he has the ability to do is to garner those casual fans and bring them back to the sport. You know what I'm saying? Will they watch it as diehards watch it? Probably not, but they weren't watching it anyway. So any more eyes you can get on the sport is a good thing. You feel me? And that's one thing that he's doing right now. King, you said it best. If I'm one of these young fighters coming up, bro, I'm trying to sign with Jake Paul right now. I just saw what he did for Amanda Serrano, you feel me? And then I look at the paydays he's getting off, like OTB said, damn near amateur fights. That's what I'm trying to get, bro. I want the exposure. You know, I think my boy Kyle, TBS, man, he asked Troy Osley, he was like, bro, would you consider signing with Jake Paul? And Troy was like, shit, no, well, I got to think about it. I was like, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It unfortunately, right now, more people know Jake Paul than know Troy Osley. So it would be good exposure for his career. And so, I mean, the dude is good for the sport, whether you like him or not. And we can't come in with built-in excuses from the beginning talking about it's going to be a dive. And if Hasim Rahman, if this man finna take a dive, so you're going to tell me everybody that he get in the ring with finna take a dive. That's damn near what you're saying. So I just, hey, man, let's keep it a buck on it.
You see Amanda Serrano, she getting her money.
Right. Well, she got paid $1 million, huh?
Right.
Yeah, she got $1 million.
She on the undercard of this fight.
Shields with, I bet Clarissa Shields, wish she hadn't said that shit that she said about Jake Paul. Because imagine if she hadn't said that shit and she would have went over there and fucked with Jake Paul. Clarissa Shields might have been the first one getting the meal instead of Amanda Serrano.
And imagine the publicity that her undisputed fight would have. Yeah, I mean, Don't get me wrong. That's going to be a big fight with Savannah Marshall over there. Over here, she is 60% of the little girls in the United States ain't watching that shit. We watching it.
I guarantee you that.
Yeah, 80% of the little girl. You right about that. So she.
And the thing is, OTB, I guarantee you, if she was with Jake Paul, whatever she making, she'll be making double that if she was with him. Because he gonna pay her.
He gonna pay her, bro. That's a fact. But look at Amanda Serrano. She on the undercard of this fight. Like, look at the exposure she getting, bro. She just fought Katie Taylor, made hella money. Now she coming right back for the fight on this undercard and for to make good money. And she, like, Jake got her right there, bro. Right there with him, giving her the exposure, bro. And it's like, I seen that shit. I'm like, man, this nigga Jake is the real deal, fam. Like, he really cared for the fighters. Like, he even though he told Hasim Rahman, you begging me for more money, shit like that. Hasim, I ain't begging for nothing. Like, you know, but it's just like, he really cares for the fighters, bro. He really cares for the game. And he that type of white boy, bro. If he say he gonna do something, he gonna do it. Like for real. If he say he gonna do something, he gonna do it, bro. Like he a man of his word. Even though I seen somebody he ain't keep that bet with Eddie Hearn, I don't give a fuck. That's on Eddie Hearn. You know what I'm saying? I know what he's doing for the motherfuckers over in America. Eddie Hearn put $1 million bet down. Maybe Eddie Hearn did bag out. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably ain't go all the way with it. But if that white boy say he gonna do something, I don't even want to call him a white boy, but it is what it is. If he say he gonna do something, bro, he really does it, bro. That man took a pay cut and paid everybody that has payday. He told Amanda what he was gonna do for. He ain't stopped yet, bro. And he said he gonna bring boxing to the front, and he's doing what he's doing, and he's putting these promoters on blast doing what he's doing, bro. Like, it's crazy because you want to root for him.
Man, Don King, Al Heyman. Now we got, goddamn it, Jake Paul, man. Ohio run every level of boxing, man. We making uniform. We got the #1 uniform, man. Man, we running boxing, man. Just flat out. Y'all can say it, man. Go ahead, y'all can say it.
I'm not. I root for Jake Paul because I like what he's doing for the sport. And me, I like a motherfucker that talks shit. I like motherfucking AB. You know what I'm saying? I liked Muhammad Ali. I liked Roy Jones. Shit, Terrell Owens in football. Deion Sanders in football. You know, Floyd Mayweather. Like, I like them type of cats that know how to talk shit and then to go in there and back it up. So I fuck with Jake Paul, you know. I was rooting for Tyron Woodley because I've been a fan of Tyron Woodley way before I even knew Jake Paul existed. But you know, I'm rooting for Jake Paul to do his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't have nothing against him, man. I like what he's doing for the sport, and he's putting a lot of eyes on boxing that wasn't watching boxing before. And I'm gonna say this again: he could be doing it right and making a mockery out of boxing by putting celebrities and other YouTubers on, but he didn't take that route. He's putting fighters, real live fighters on, and he's showcasing them. Mm-hmm. Y'all forgetting who had Montana Love, he put Montana Love out there when nobody was thinking about Montana Love. Reason Montana Love got that contract with Eddie Hearn right now is because of Jake Paul.
It's Ohio thing though. Y'all know
Mr.
I just
Mechanical,
told y'all,
Abdul, what's going down, man? How y'all feeling, chat? Hey, that's true. That's true. The OTB. It is.
Yeah, man. And we gonna look out for each other. They gonna pull you up.
From and he from
Ohio. And he up next. Yeah. Charles Conwell up next.
Like, so he know what he was doing, bro. When he brought everybody out of Ohio like that, you feel me? He put on for the city, and shit like that get respected, fam. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that get respected. So just think if we had somebody from St. Louis doing that shit, damn right you gotta respect it to the utmost. So like Keith, somebody from Arkansas was doing it, you gotta respect, especially when it's a home team. You gotta respect that shit, fam.
That
you know
shit, man.
You know, and that Chase jersey, I gotta grab one of them Chase jerseys, man, from the Bengals. Them motherfuckers do look good. I can't even say.
Oh yeah, them joints hard.
I gotta grab that Chase jersey. I fuck with
me started on them stripes.
Fuck with Jamal Chase. You know, we whoop y'all ass, so I can stand it. You feel me? I can stand it.
Yeah,
you know, go hard with that with the what year did Deion come out with them 1-2 with the zebra stripes on with them stripes on it?
Yeah, I know
but the Bengals had the you know, the ones with the orange in there.
Yeah.
That shit'll go hard. I still like them black and yellow J's, key, the ones that, you know, I still like those. I mean orange, my bad.
Yeah, the black and orange joints.
Yeah, I like that San Francisco shit they go with it, the San Francisco shit, but I say I'll switch it to
KP, there was 96. I remember I was in high school when them joints came out. I couldn't get them. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I couldn't afford them, but it was a couple kids that had them.
Yeah, Jamal Chase a dog though, Cassandra. Hey, I'm a receiver guy, even though I wanted to be Emmitt Smith when I was little. I'm still a receiver guy though. So Odell Beckham, one of my favorite receivers. I got a Cleveland jersey.
So I got a question for you, Money. Do you see a sophomore slump coming up in Jamar Chase? No.
Hell no, I see no sophomore slump. That boy the real deal. Ain't no sophomore slumps coming on. As long as you got Joey Burrows right there and you got motherfucking that lineman, they fixed the lineman up. Shit, they might be more nastier this year than they was last year. As long as they got Joe Mixon still back there, right? Y'all still got y'all core. Like, that wasn't no fluke to me, bro.
Let me answer this question. Hernan Loney says, what do I think about Jake Paul being the -200 favorite for this fight? And I'm gonna explain it to y'all, right? So Jake Paul is a 2-1 favorite for this fight. I'm going by what you telling me. So I'm saying if Jake Paul is a 2-1 favorite for this fight, this is how it works. The bookies, right? Las Vegas, the bookies, they know that most people that watch Jake Paul, they don't know shit about boxing, right? They don't have no idea about boxing, right? And then he got a big casual fan base, but they don't know about boxing. So they're looking at it as making him the big favorite. And if he fuck around and lose, who wins? Vegas do. They're smart to make him a huge favorite because they know everybody gonna lay their money on Jake Paul because they're looking at it like, okay, it's gonna be a casual fan base, that watch this that don't really watch boxing, that don't know too much about boxing. So they gonna hear Jake Paul and they gonna put their money on Jake Paul. And if Jake Paul lose, then the motherfucking casino, the bookies, they win big. So that's how that shit works.
For everybody keeps
Hey,
saying
can y'all hear me?
let me say this for everybody. Yeah, we hear you, Ghetto Guy. For everybody keeps saying the fight is
So
fixed.
if the fight was fixed, then let me say this: if the fight was gonna be fixed, them odds wouldn't be like that. I'll tell you that for sure.
And my another thing is, Key, like, so if Hasim Rahman Jr. go out there and win, then what they gonna say? Like, that's what I don't get, bro. Like, y'all won't even get a fight a chance. The fight ain't even here yet. We talking about it's a fixed fight.
Right.
That's my thing. He might go out there and win.
Yeah, Hasim Rahman go out there and win the fight, then you know what?
Well, they need to keep the same energy then. If Hasim Rahman go out there and win the fight, I don't want them to talk shit and brag and say shit. They need to keep the same energy. The fight was fixed. The fight was fixed for Hasim Rahman to win.
They ain't gonna keep the same energy.
You got to keep if you gonna go with that, you got to keep the same energy if it don't have the outcome that you think it's gonna have. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Coach, what's happening with you?
What's up, brothers? How y'all doing?
Coach, man, up, McDonald.
What's up, Coach?
Hello, Coach. Appreciate you coming through last night too, Coach.
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all talking about them Bengals. Huh? I heard y'all talking about them Bengals.
Oh yeah, I was talking about that boy, the LSU.
Yeah.
Chase.
Mr. Holmes say the fight is fixed. Stop it. Hasim took a dive his last fight.
All right, man.
All right, damn.
All right then.
So Tommy Morrison's son knocked out everybody but 3 people.
It's not like he been in camp with him and they've sparred before. It's not like he just been.
And that spawn was heated, Coach. Like they weren't friendly. Like them niggas weren't friends in that spawn. Them niggas was arguing.
Yeah, I mean it ain't like it's not like that's his sparring partner for a camp or nothing like that. That ain't how it went. That shit was late. That wasn't like recent anyways. But the whole point is, if I seen Rahman lose to Jake Paul, he needs to go fucking hang it up. That's all I'm gonna say about this shit. He needs to fucking hang it up, bro.
That's how I feel, Coach.
Yeah,
I feel 100% how you feel.
If you go out there and embarrass your fucking daddy as far as being the heavyweight champion of the world before, right? And
No. This is Hasim Rahman Jr., his son.
Listen, I know who it is, nigga. I said if you go out
there, he said his daddy.
To embarrass your dad. Okay, I missed that, Coach. My bad.
Yeah, this nigga is the ex-heavyweight champion of the world, and you fucking go out there and throw a fucking fight, nigga. You ought to be shot, because I know if you was my motherfucking son, you couldn't come back around me.
And your daddy right there on the stage with you, Coach.
If you lose, you lose. But if you fucking sit here and throw a fucking fight, I ain't got no fucking love for your ass. No more behind that bullshit.
Talk, Coach.
Yeah, you understand? So I'm expecting Hasim Rahman to win this fight, and he ought to put him away. If he don't fucking put Jake Paul away, or he lose to Jake Paul, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, you need to hang it up and go into another business. That's what you need to do.
Should Jake Paul hang it up if he lose?
No, I mean Jake Paul is good. Jake Paul probably turned into a fucking promoter or something because he got the bread and he got people and I don't disagree with y'all.
I'm not saying that he should. I was asking a question.
No, they're gonna rematch. They're gonna have a rematch.
I mean, have a rematch, but I don't think that'll work out if he get fucking destroyed. But the whole point is that he fucking, just like y'all see, bringing new people to the sport. He doing his own thing. He not asking nobody for shit. That's the man. I ain't asking nobody for shit. I'm just doing what I do. And if y'all don't like it, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And so I ain't knocking him. Now, this is going to be the first time he ever stepped in there with a real boxer and putting it on the line. And he might learn the difference then. And then you never know. He might not do it again, or it might make him work harder and take it slower. You never know. You never know what the deal gonna be. Take it slower and pick his fights correctly, and fight guys and come up through the rankings. You never know. But if Hasim Rahman lose to this dude, bro, that'll be the most embarrassing shit in the world, bro.
That was one of my points.
That'll be the biggest.
He is the
biggest boxer.
Yeah, he's the fucking boxer. Like, he the one come up in this shit. He's the one had the privilege of having a Hall of Fame father, having the privilege of going to gym to gym, being respected. You've been in the Mayweather gym, you've been in the gyms all over the fucking world. You know what I'm saying? Your daddy and that name is gonna be with you forever. You feel me? So I'm like, bro, he got the advantage. Y'all talk about, oh, he's Jake Paul's sparring partner. No, Jake Paul was his sparring partner. He the real fighter on this bitch. So, you know, I'm with you, coach. He should win this fight, bro. That's what I'm telling people. He should be victorious in this fight. Hands down like 6:30. Don't give a fuck if you did just get your ass knocked out. You should win this fight. It's nothing Jake Paul know. You should know more boxing. Well, how that saying go, coach? You should forget more boxing than Jake Paul know, goddamn me.
Ever forget? Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Then
Yeah,
he
so
ever knew.
you better get your ass in that ring and you better win this shit. Ain't no way you should lose. And if the odds is a minus 200 on Jake Paul, y'all should be going flood that motherfucker, putting your money on Hasim Rahman.
Yeah. Man, y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Hit my like button. Randall Bivens, what's happening with it? So I want to talk. I want to switch it up right now. I want to talk about.
Right now.
I want to talk about Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, he let the world know that he coming to 135 very, very soon. It could be his next fight. It could be the fight after that. He said in the very near future, you know what I'm saying, he's going to be at 135. I think that Shakur Stevenson realizes that Bob Arum is not going to let him become undisputed at 130, right? It's not going to happen. Bob Arum pretty much said, like, it ain't happening. You know, he's not going to fight for undisputed. So when you look at the landscape of 130, ain't nobody else at 130 for him to fight. They was trying to make a big fight at 130 for Shakur Stevenson and Emmanuel Navarrete. And Emmanuel Navarrete, he said, nope, I don't want to take that fight. I'm not fighting Shakur, right? So it kind of left Shakur with who else? Robinson Conceição. I don't even know if that fight confirmed. I know people was posting that fight, but Shakur, he ain't said nothing about that. He don't really know who he fighting next. And so Shakur Stevenson is pretty much got his mind set at 135. And he's looking at Vasyl Lomachenko. Now, a lot of people saying, okay, well, Shakur might move up in his next fight and fight Vasyl Lomachenko. But I'm going to tell y'all, that's not happening.
Damn sure
ain't no way that Bob Arum is letting Shakur Stevenson fight Vasyl Lomachenko before Vasyl Lomachenko get a crack at Devin Haney. It ain't going to happen.
Okay, I'm going to take this jail call. I'll be right back, bro.
Okay. It's not going to happen. Vasyl Lomachenko and Shakur Stevenson ain't happening, right? That ain't going to happen no time soon. Like I'm telling people is that Bob Arum, he wants Vasyl Lomachenko to get a crack at Devin Haney before he put Vasyl Lomachenko in there with anybody like a Shakur Stevenson. Bob Arum know that Lomachenko can't beat Shakur Stevenson. He's not going to put him in there in a risky fight like that. He wants to give Vasyl Lomachenko a shot at becoming undisputed. That's the whole play.
That undisputed.
Yeah, he want Vasyl Lomachenko to get his shot and become an undisputed. So that leaves Shakur Stevenson, right? It leaves him without a Vasyl Lomachenko fight, a fight that he really want, but Devin Haney really want that fight too. And so we ask yourself, who is Shakur Stevenson gonna fight? Somebody said, did somebody say that Robert Conceição is Conceição Shakur Stevenson confirmed? Let me look on BoxRec because Shakur Stevenson didn't say nothing about no Robinson Conceição. And he done a few interviews and he haven't mentioned nothing about that fight. I don't think that fight is confirmed. It said Haney should that fight is not confirmed. Yeah. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna pull up BoxRec because like I said, if Shakur Stevenson was fighting Robinson Conceição next, he would have said it. But he said that, you know, shit, he don't know who he fighting next. But he looking to move up to 130 very, very soon. This is his words.
35.
Yeah, 135. My bad. Yeah, he's looking to move up to 35 very, very soon. And I'm on Box Rec right now. Hold on. Oh, it is confirmed. That's crazy that Shakur Stevenson ain't said nothing about Robinson Conceição. It's like he looking past him. But so yeah, they got Shakur. So Box Rec got Shakur Stevenson and Conceição up for September the 23rd. Yeah, for the 23rd. So he fighting Conceição, and then he's moving up. That's basically what's gonna go down, right? So he's gonna fight Conceição, then he moving up. I don't think he's gonna get a Joe Cordina fight. I don't think he's gonna get that fight either because Bob Arum is in the way. I don't think Bob Arum gonna make that fight and have Shakur go to the UK. So Shakur gonna move up. Shakur pretty much know what he's gonna do. But if Shakur moves up, right, he got one fight. So the beginning of 2023, he gonna enter to 35. Who does he fight? Who y'all see Shakur Stevenson fighting, in his first fight at 35? We know he ain't gonna be, we know it's not gonna be Devin Haney. We know it's not gonna be Vasyl Lomachenko. We know it ain't gonna be Gervonta Tank Davis because Floyd and Gervonta Tank Davis said no, it ain't happening. It ain't gonna be Ryan Garcia. We know they would never put Ryan Garcia in there with Shakur. So who is it gonna be? OTB. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Shit, the fight for him, man. We know he gonna fight somebody at the lower scale, at the lower part of the bracket. It got to be somebody over at Top Rank. You understand? Y'all know I love to see him fight Albert Bell. Y'all know I think that's a good fight for both people. You understand? Him coming up
the shit out of Albert Bell.
Hell nah, I don't see it. I think Albert go out 12 with him. Shakur ain't stopping nobody. You understand? We seen him stop Oscar Valdez, but I don't think Oscar Valdez is as versatile.
Shakur Stevenson will beat the brakes off of Albert Bell. I like Albert Bell, but come on now, he ain't on Shakur Stevenson level.
I don't see it, but I think that's a good fight for him to move up there and fight. You understand? I think that's a good fight. I think
I know you're gonna go with your Ohio guy.
You know I am. You know I am. And
I know
to me,
I know you're trying to.
If it ain't Albert, I gotta plug.
You really got to stay on cold. You put your Ohio guy in the mix with.
But nah, I like Richard
Albert
Comey.
Bell and Shakur Stevenson is not a good fight to me.
Yeah, realistically, I like Richard Comey. You understand? I like him fighting Richard Comey.
Is a solid fight.
Yeah, I like him fighting Richard Comey, moving up. I think that that's a fight that Top Rank can make happen. You understand? And it'll show us what Shakur gonna look like at 35. I'm telling y'all, he gonna still be the bigger fighter. He gonna still fight from outside. You understand? I don't see him making no drastic changes in his fight scheme. You understand? And how he fight. But I think that Richard Comey would be a good fight for him. Richard Comey will push him there. We know Comey gonna goddamn it make him get in that pocket. He gonna keep that pressure on you. And Comey a big puncher, and we know how Shakur don't like dealing with big punchers. So I like the Richard Comey fight. You understand? As much as I think that Albert Bell would take him as 12. You understand? And I think it'll be a close fight. But realistically, I like the Richard Comey fight.
What other? I want to know who's at 135 for Top Rank.
And I think Richard Comey, I believe he's moving up to 40, right? I believe he's moving up to 40. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, he been saying that shit, but I don't think he petitioned yet, and he ain't got no fight set.
Who I'm trying to figure out at lightweight, who is at?
I want to say fight Pitbull Cruz.
Hey, y'all gonna think I'm crazy what I'm about to say. So Devin Haney goes and watches Kambosos. That'll be Kambosos will be who Shakur fights. It gives him and Dev a common opponent. And so after the Lomachenko fight, Bob can try to push for that to be the next fight. Appreciate you, thank you. Bob can push for that to be the next fight, you know what I'm saying? Especially with them having a common opponent, especially if Shakur beats him better than Dev does. That's just a thought.
But check this out, though.
Jermaine
right?
Ortiz, the young boy.
It's Shakur Stevenson, right? Because like I've been saying this a few shows, right? We don't have that fighter right now, right? That in a long time that's jumped up and faced one of the big dogs, right? In the 2 divisions up, right? Or division up, right? So is Shakur Stevenson good enough to make a mega fight? It's a mega fight for Shakur Stevenson that they can make on Top Rank.
He good enough. He big enough.
Oh, hold on. Is Shakur good enough to jump up to 140 and face Teofimo Lopez and beat him?
No, not Teofimo. Teofimo too big, and Teofimo is good in the pocket. And I gotta say, Richard Comey is set to
I think he is.
Teofimo is set. I mean, Richard Comey is set to petition at 140. He fighting Jose Pedraza. So
okay,
you right about that, right?
Thank you, Queen. So you don't think that Shakur Stevenson is good enough to move up 2 weight classes, his first fight, and make a mega fight? Because that's a mega fight.
Adrian Broner.
Pull the AB.
He good enough.
And fight Teofimo Lopez. I think he's good enough to beat Teofimo Lopez at 140.
Good enough.
And Teofimo not bigger than
put some respect on Teofimo.
Well, we want him to pop before he pop, man.
Oh, pussy ass. That dude.
We don't want to point out there like that, man.
Hold on, Ghetto. What you say?
I said
we don't want to know Shakur to look like that first.
Your connection real bad,
Ghetto.
Your connection horrible. Hey, Ghetto, you got that you got that AOL dial up. Hey, man. To me, I think that Teofimo Lopez. I mean, I think Teofimo Lopez is a hell of a fighter. Don't get me wrong, right? But I think that Shakur Stevenson is the type of talent that can move up and beat Teofimo Lopez. But I think in order to put himself on that next level, right? We got to get one of these fighters to do something like that. And I think that Shakur Stevenson, he has the style and the skill set to do that.
Let me tell y'all something, bro. You can't melt Teofimo in a fucking hot iron skillet and pour that motherfucker in the ring with Shakur. You understand that? Y'all can forget that shit. Get it out your fucking minds. They not gonna get in that ring with motherfucking Shakur Stevenson. Shakur is too skilled. He will beat his ass. I ain't saying he gonna stop him, but he gonna beat his ass. Teo cannot fuck with that dude, and they not gonna risk him just coming off a loss to fucking Cambosis. And even if he get past this dude he fighting next, going up in there and fighting fucking Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson will wash his ass, boy. I'm telling y'all.
I don't know, Coach. I disagree because we only seen Shakur in there with people that he bigger than. Now he gonna go in there with somebody that he not bigger than. Teofimo will be the bigger fighter on fight night if they go up and fight at 140.
First of all, bro, look at Shakur's body, bro. Shakur can fucking make 140 and be comfortable.
He's walking in at 150 something now. Let's be real.
He's taller than Teo. He got better skills than Teofimo.
Yeah.
He gonna box that mother. He don't hardly ever get fucking hit. He gonna box his fucking ears off, and they know. Let me tell you something, bro. Them trainers and them daddy they know, bro. They not gonna put that motherfucker in the ring with no Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is an elite fighter, bro. Teofimo is not elite. He's a good fighter. He's not elite, bro. He was built. Matchmaking built him, and y'all don't be getting that part. Matchmaking built.
I agree with you there. But shit, we know about how Teofimo don't. I mean, we know about how Shakur don't like big punchers. He don't like getting punched. When Nakatila punched his ass, they say, why you get on your horse the rest of the race? He say, because I ain't like getting hit.
Okay.
Shit, his words, not mine. And I'm saying Teofimo at 140 is going to be the bigger fighter.
But why Teofimo fighting the motherfucker rank 200 then? Why is that?
Man, he just moved up. You can't ask me why he doing the shit he doing, Coach.
This nigga
I
moving
don't
up.
fucking
and
know.
fighting
Same
that
reason he
big
just
number
posted a video beating up pinatas. Damn, I want to ask him that. What the hell is you beating up pinatas for?
because the nigga is
Candy
retarded.
popping out every goddamn
And,
where you looking to fool.
And then Bo Madison said Coach Tripp and Tio a top dog. No, he not. You just saw Devin Haney box the ears off the nigga who tore his ass up. Tore him, bloody, gave him a pussy on his fucking left eye, right?
And
nigga
I seen Teofimo beat the shit out of Devin. And I seen Teofimo beat the dog piss out of Devin.
When?
Dog piss. Go look at it. Go look at it. They didn't spar. They didn't share the ring. Man, Teofimo tearing Devin.
Man, Teofimo can't see no Devin Haney, man.
Tio will get his eyeballs boxed. Just worse. It'll be worse. And now he got scar tissue on that fucking left eye. Nigga, he had a fucking prostitute pussy on his eye, wide open. Y'all didn't see
a prostitute pussy.
Damn, coach.
Damn,
what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Crazy as hell, man.
But that dude don't fuck. He is not gonna get in there with Shakur Stevenson. Y'all can get that out y'all head. I don't care if Shakur moved up to 140. They not gonna put him in there with that fucking skill level, bro. It's not gonna happen, bro. The only reason they made that fight because when he was hot, he had good matchmaking. He was beating all these dudes. His right hand reached before Richard Comey. Richard Comey is a good fighter. He's not a great fighter. His right hand reached. They thought Lomachenko was gonna beat him. But Tio was so much bigger, and he's at.
Has Devin beat a great fighter?
What?
Has Devin beat a great fighter?
No, he ain't beat a great fighter yet.
Okay, then.
But I know one thing. I know what these fucking 52-year-old motherfucking eye who been doing this shit a long time see. I know what I see, and I know one thing. Teofimo Lopez can't fuck with that boy, not on no level, and gonna get fucking beat up again, and he gonna look, and that's gonna be the end of that dude. The best thing for them to do is get some good matchmaking, which obviously they doing. They putting them in there with fucking a motherfucker ranked 200, right? All the fighters that dude done fought, the guy that he's fighting next, every last one of his opponents was they losses was greater than their wins. But they're gonna tell you, they're gonna make it look like, oh, he's fighting this guy. He's undefeated. Look at the guy's opponents that dude fought. They know what they're doing, bro. It's matchmaking, bro. And that's what built Teofimo from the dump. Now, don't get me wrong. He's a good fighter. He got good talent.
Yeah, I can't write off Teofimo yet.
Now, I'm going to say this. You got to get Teofimo more credit.
We writing Teofimo ass.
You tripping, man.
Hold on. Teofimo can fight. You know what I'm saying? You can't not beat. Hold on. You cannot not fight and do what he did to Richard Comey and then came and beat Vasyl Lomachenko. You got to give him some credit. You know what I'm saying? He can fight. The motherfucker can fight. Now, that George Kambosos shit, if you ask me, I'm going to be honest. If you ask me, if him and George Kambosos fought 10 times, I'm going to tell you that Teofimo going to beat his ass 9 times out of 10.
Facts.
He
Facts.
didn't take that.
No.
Hold on, Coach. Ain't nobody say nothing when you was talking. I didn't say not one word when you was talking.
No, I'm talking OTB.
You can't tell me that Tio ain't shit. Now, I know he didn't take that fight serious. The motherfucker was at the bar drinking with his daddy. He was running around doing all type of fuck shit in the build up to the fight with George Kambosos. Plus, the fight got pushed back about 5 or 6 times. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of shit going on. I'm not making excuses for him, but he didn't take that fight serious. And he went in there and he thought that George Kambosos was just some fucking trash, some garbage. And he made himself believe that he was going to go in there and knock that man out in 1 round. Now, you never seen Teofimo Lopez come out in the first round and do what he was trying to do to George Kambosos. He was wild as fuck. We ain't see him fight like that against nobody else but George Kambosos because he didn't take the man serious. And I don't even think he was in. He knew he wasn't in shape to go no 12 rounds. So we trying to get him up out of there early. But as far as Teofimo, he can fight. You know what I'm saying? I still look at him is if he was at 135 right now, still he'd be one of the top fighters still. You know what I'm saying? Because he can fight. Now at 140, he gonna have some problems if he run into some of them them big dogs at 140. That's a whole different story because Teofimo Lopez is not a big.
Yeah,
he's not
he ain't that big.
He's not big at all. Shakur Stevenson is bigger than Teofimo. Shakur Stevenson taller than Teofimo, and he wider than Teofimo. You know what I'm saying? However, they make weight is how they make weight. I can't tell you how Shakur make the weight, but he make 130. But he's bigger than Teofimo Lopez that's moving up to 140. So I think that Shakur Stevenson, as far as talent-wise, he has the talent to go up there and beat Teofimo Lopez. I think he got the talent to beat Teofimo Lopez at 140. But you know,
He got
and
for sure.
I think that Teofimo Lopez, I think that because that Shakur Stevenson will be coming from 130 pounds, I don't know if they wouldn't take that fight for the right money. I think Teofimo Lopez would take that fight for the right money because he's looking at Shakur coming up 2 weight classes. But I don't think that Bob Arum would let it happen because Bob know how good Shakur is. He know how good Shakur is. He ain't gonna put him in there against Teofimo Lopez and let Teofimo Lopez get his second L. But I'm saying that's the type of fight that I would love to see Shakur in because that could, you know what I'm saying? That could bring his superstar status to a whole different level. He become a superstar doing something like that.
And to Teofimo land that punch and his ass go night-night.
But you
man, like, bro, that's I mean, you could say that about anybody. But Shakur Stevenson, we know one thing, right? You could say how he don't like to get hit. Nobody likes to get hit. But see, Shakur, he's talented and skilled enough defensively to where he don't like to get hit and he don't have to get hit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no fighter in boxing get hit less
right,
than
that
he
don't
do.
get hit. Yeah, facts.
No fighter in boxing get hit less than he do.
Facts.
And you gotta give him credit for that and stop saying, "Oh man, he just don't like to get hit." A lot of these fighters don't like to get hit.
Don't nobody like to get hit.
A lot of these fighters
you gotta
don't like
factor
to get hit, but they don't have no choice but to get hit because they're not defensively as skilled as Shakur Stevenson.
And then it ain't just that you get hit, it's what you do after you get hit. And when we seen his ass get tagged, he got on that horse. He got on that horse for the last 4 rounds of that fight. You understand? And he admitted that he got on that horse, and he admitted that he fought more cautiously. So against a bigger puncher and a Teofimo Lopez.
Hold on, OTB. Well, I saw him win 12 rounds in a row. So he had to be able to engage some to win all 12 rounds in that Nakatila fight, right? And then also I saw him fighting an undefeated Nakatila, right, that had damn near knocked out everybody that he was in the ring with. And then I seen Nakatila when everybody was saying, "Oh man, Shakur Stevenson, man, that dude was some trash." I seen him go out there and beat the dog shit out of the fighter that most of y'all called the best fighter at 130 for a long time. Miguel Burchell. He beat the dog fucking shit out of Miguel Burchell and then knocked his ass clean out. So you gotta put some respect on Nakatila's name when Shakur Stevenson told you this motherfucker can crack.
Facts.
That's because Nakatila could fucking
He's a hard puncher.
And he could punch hard, but Shakur Stevenson was good enough not to get hit by him.
So and was fucking sharpshooting the shit out of him.
Yeah, he did. He put on a that was a masterful, you understand, clinic that he had in that fight.
But OTB. So in other words, his IQ is pretty bright. In other words,
hell nah. You know what I think about Shakur. I ain't taking nothing from Shakur. But when you talk about moving up, not just one weight, you gonna skip one weight class, go up to 140. And then fight somebody who then already, you understand, been acclimated to this weight division. Now, he ain't too acclimated, and we don't know the success that Teofimo gonna have at that weight division. However, hold on, Coach. However, you understand, we know the success that he had at 35 when we talk about a win against a Richard Comey and a Vasily Lomachenko. You understand? So once you factor that into the equation, then you have to be realistic. You understand? And say, well, he can land his punch, and then what happened?
Okay, so are you telling me, OTB, right? If Shakur Stevenson moves up to 140, you telling me it's just wonderful, masterful defensive skills go out the window? That's what you're telling me? That all his defensive skills go out the window if he move up to 140?
Of course not. I'm saying that I'm saying that we already know he gonna get hit, and up there you getting hit by bigger punchers.
So what
so
makes
if
you
we
think
can
that
admit that everybody in boxing get hit, you understand?
What makes you think because he's moving to 140 pounds that he gonna get hit more than he did in the other weight divisions?
He ain't gotta get hit no more. Shit, he getting hit by bigger punchers.
So you telling
these
me
people hit harder than the people that you just was getting hit by.
So what you telling me that he can't take a punch?
I'm saying we don't know if he could take that punch from somebody at 140. We only seeing him getting punched by people that he 2 times bigger than. And if y'all think that don't have an effect on how he fight, then we gotta be realistic, man.
You break down film, all that shit, right? You do all of that shit. But you sitting here telling me that Teofimo Lopez is somehow gonna just be hitting motherfucking Shakur Stevenson.
I ain't say that. I said that if he land his punch, I gotta think about what Shakur is gonna do, and can Shakur take that punch?
What do you mean? If, bro, we ain't. What I mean, you can say that about anybody. You can say, "Oh man, if goddamn Gervonta Tank Davis stepped in the ring with Deontay Wilder, if he landed a punch on Deontay Wilder, you know what I'm saying? Wilder might not be able to take it, bro. That don't mean shit. We're going off about
that ain't the same. That ain't the same equation. But you talking about
what we see. One thing that we know is Shakur Stevenson is very, very difficult to hit him clean, right? And then if you hit him clean, we ain't seen him not have a chin.
Not one.
We never seen him not have a chin. And how hard is it to be able to catch him clean like that? Everybody get hit in boxing.
I got a question.
Exactly. So we gotta expect it. So I gotta expect it when you talk about that fight.
Make you think that I gotta have a chin though?
It ain't about him having a chin. It's him being able to take the punch from the person giving it.
So
and shit, I don't bet on him taking. I don't bet on him taking Teofimo best punch. I don't think he take Teofimo.
How do you know that Teofimo can hit him clean with a punch that he don't see? How do you know that?
And
I don't know that he won't.
I got a question though.
I don't know that he won't either.
Who has though?
Question, bro.
Who has?
I got a question. OTB.
So now we ain't never seen him get hit.
We never seen nobody hit him with their hardest shot that he didn't see. No, we ain't.
I ain't new. Do you think Teofimo punch harder than fucking or you think Teofimo could beat Regis?
Hell
no.
No?
No.
Did Regis tell you out his own mouth what Shakur did to him?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Yeah, I'd be inclined to believe that.
Yeah. And he spars with Bud Crawford. And
them two different
programs. He spars with fucking dudes who fucking can crack, bro.
Okay, so now the difference in these styles is Regis fight off the front foot. Regis ain't no counter puncher.
Oh, he can do it all. Regis
ain't no counter puncher. He when you see Regis, he's on the front foot.
Not true. Not all the time. Not true.
The majority.
He can box. He can fight inside. He can come forward.
You see him coming forward and fighting in the pocket the majority of his fights. Can he counter punch? Yes.
Tyrone McKenna, he just boxed the fuck out of him.
That's the first time we seen him counter punch somebody like that.
Not true. When he fought Josh Taylor, when he was on the outside,
he slugged with Josh Taylor.
He was boxing the shit out of Josh.
And he was winning the beginning of that fight when he boxed. But then what did he do? He started slugging because his natural habitat is in the pocket.
But what I'm saying to you is, you just made my point.
So
go up there and fight at 140. Yes, he can, because first of all, he too big for 130. That's number one. He too big for 130. I don't even see how Shakur make 130 pounds. I really don't. Right. I don't know how they do it, but he fucking make it. Now, him going up to 140, bro, Shakur is a big fucking, he'll be a big 135. He'll be a big ass 135, bro. Right. So I don't see no problem. His skill level is different, bro. His skill level is different. And his skill, just like Floyd moved up from 130 to 154. The skill level, bro. His skill level can bring him to any one of those weight classes, bro. His skill level can bring him to any one of them. And dude is fucking super skillful. And that's what people be, what if he get hit? Well, what if he don't?
I'm not denying that, but ain't no way.
Everybody got a nice skill level until they fight an A-class fighter.
He ain't unbeatable until his ass get in there with somebody his size with his ring IQ. God damn it. And I'm not saying that Teofimo is that person. But I'm saying that shit. I don't know. I can't say that. I can't say that he watched him. I can't say he watched him.
A person with high ring IQ, they fucking make adjustments immediately in the ring. A person with a high ring IQ, they don't get out of character.
He's not unbeatable,
hold on, listen. A person with a high ring IQ don't go out there and just try to fucking just knock out Cambosis like he tried to do. A person with a high ring IQ don't start philosophizing like they Socrates and shit like that. A person with a high ring IQ don't go out there and get out the fucking game plan. So that's the difference. When you discipline and you got high ring IQ and you got good smarts.
So who do you think is
weak-minded individual and he don't have a high ring IQ, obviously.
So when Shakur move up to 35,
I'm not denying that.
When he move up to 35, who he gonna fight? That's the question. Who can y'all see him get in the ring with? Since I've been thinking about this, man, you know, when you said that Top Rank got the majority of the 135 pounders, the top of the division, right? Well, Pitbull, he over with the PBC, and we're pretty sure that fight's not gonna be made. So I just thinking about it, man. I reevaluated, man. The top of the top at 35 is with Top Rank, but a lot of those mid-tier, high-tier fighters, they're over with the PBC. It's gonna be tough for him to find a good matchup for Shakur. I think the Nakatilia, the guy that I think that'll be a good acclimation for him.
He fought him already.
He fought him already.
I'm talking about I said Nakatili, excuse me, Nakatani. Nakatani, that's what I'm saying. So I think that'll be an option. It's just, I mean, it's staying at Top Rank. It's thinner than I really realized it was.
It ain't nobody for Shakur to fight, man.
He could fight Luke Campbell. Fuck everybody.
Man, maybe Mickey Bay.
I thought Luke Campbell is he retired?
Yeah, I mean Mickey Bay or Tevin Farmer who don't have promoters right now.
Yeah, that went, I guess.
You understand? Just as a move-up fight, it's fights for him up there. I just can't get over the notion that he unbeatable. That's my only thing. Man. This motherfucker ain't unbeatable. Nobody unbeatable.
Okay,
this boxing.
I mean, who okay, you know, I mean, people said the same shit about Floyd.
Nah, he ain't unbeatable, man. He ain't even been tested out. A lot of these guys ain't even been tested out for us to start saying he unbeatable.
If Floyd move up to 140, he gonna get beat, man. They ain't get beat there. Floyd move up to 140, man. He gonna get his ass beat. He ain't get beat there. I see the skill set. Shakur Stevenson have the skill set to be able to do these things and beat all these dudes, man. I know skills when I see it, and he got a different set of skills.
I agree with that.
Elevating his game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there.
That's why I look at him, man, and I'm like, man, when I see his skill set, I see him having a better skill set than Teofimo Lopez, than Devin Haney, than Shakur Stevenson, then all of them. Then Teofimo Lopez, then the Devin Haney, then Gervonta Tank Davis. As far as just the skills,
I agree.
And when you got defense, and Floyd Mayweather showed you, right? When if Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, and them, right, them type of fighters like that, you go to Bernard Hopkins, James Toney, they showed you when you on your shit and your defense is that good, you are very hard to beat. It don't matter what weight class you move up to.
What?
And I agree, but yeah, man, I just can't get over it. Like shit. I give y'all a fighter who I know give him problems, and Richardson Hitcherson.
But that's
and
his partner.
they got a history. You understand? And they got a history.
You cannot beat Shakur Stevenson. Like, come on, man.
Hey, that you telling man, shit, Richardson gonna get him some problems.
That's a problem. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
The Mason boy, shit.
Richardson Hitchens not gonna fight him because them niggas is partners. They fucking hang around together. They be on in a car live stream.
Yeah, they do.
That ain't gonna happen. So, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I done watched them two go at it in the gym. Them boys, bro, Richardson Hitchison, the problem. He just been for so long, bro. I don't know what's
tell him, coach.
He a problem, bro. Straight up.
Yeah, he can fight. He can fight, but you can't convince me that he'll beat Shakur Stevenson. He can fight though.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you right now, that right there, if I know they partners, but if
that fight,
that's a close.
Keon, I'm telling you, bro, Richardson Hitchinson was giving him some problems, man. And shit, another one I seen him sparring with is little Tiger Johnson. Shit, him and Tiger was going at it. Tiger was getting his little rocks off. Like, shit.
KG Alexander, what's happening with it, KG? He say, so we sit here talking about Shakur like he's not sparring way bigger dudes constantly, bro. He said that got more power than T.O. Shakur want all the smoke.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying, bro? And then you hear Terrence Crawford tell you that Shakur Stevenson, this dude, this motherfucker, he said, oh, he definitely the next pound for pound fighter. I guarantee you. Cats that's on Terrence Crawford level, they just not saying shit like that just to say it. You never heard Terrence Crawford say that shit about nobody else that was in his camp or that he sparred against.
Bro.
Shakur Stevenson special. Y'all gonna continue to deny it until you have no choice but to admit it.
Nah, by no means am I not saying that he's special. Yeah, I mean, he definitely special. We definitely getting a blessing and getting to watch him. Yeah, I mean, perfect his craft. Yeah, I mean, and he a fan of the sport. Yeah, I mean, you talk about how he go and spar you guys and Lomachenko, and you understand we know about him being in the ring with Bud, but he go around looking for that smoke. You know what I mean? Inviting little Tiger Johnson and Abdullah Mason up to spar with him. You understand? He looked back to those, like you coach talk about him and Richardson Hitchinson. You understand? So you understand, like, by no means am I not saying that he's special. I'm saying that, you understand, everybody has a flaw. Everybody, this is boxing. Anybody can lose. You know what I mean? So for me to ever look at anybody and say they unbeatable, mean that I'm dissecting the sport wrong.
Yeah. VO Majesty said, he says, hold on, my bad. Now, he says, no disrespect to Floyd, but Floyd is the duck of all ducks. Floyd fought everybody. I don't want to hear nobody talking about Floyd is a duck. With Floyd fought everybody. Floyd was he did his thing. And Floyd tried to fight everybody. He tried to fight Shane Mosley in his prime. Shane Mosley ducked him. He tried to fight Costa Zoo. Right, when Costa Zoo was in his prime, Costa Zoo ducked him. He tried to fight Oscar De La Hoya years before they fought.
Yep.
Right. He tried to fight Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao didn't take no blood test. Floyd was fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? He either fought everybody or he tried to fight them. Floyd ain't ducked no smoke.
Especially on his way up. On his way up. Man,
he was hungry when he was pretty boy.
And on top of that, Money Mayweather wasn't ducking. I mean, he was still, when he was money, he was still fighting. Look at all the fights that he fought when he was after De La Hoya, when he became Money Mayweather. I mean, you can't say that Floyd was ducking nobody. You know what I'm saying? Floyd fought the best. Name me anybody else that fought. No, and see, Dundada. I'm glad you said that.
Champion.
First of all, Margarita was a fucking cheat, right? So don't even mention his name in this motherfucking chat. And Paul Williams.
Nah, he ain't ducked nobody.
Hold on. Paul Williams, out of his own mouth, said everybody said that Floyd ducked me. Floyd never ducked me. Paul Williams said that shit out of his own mouth. He said Floyd Mayweather never ducked me.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
facts.
you gonna tell me, right, that you know more than Paul Williams, the man himself?
Why Dundada never get on the panel?
Come on, Dundada.
Trolling ass.
So
Dundada like pushing our buttons, man.
although I don't like Floyd Mayweather outside of the ring, ain't nothing bad I could say about Floyd, what he did in his career inside of the ring.
Nothing.
Facts.
Hey, can I say something, y'all? Can
Yeah,
I
go
say
ahead.
something?
Yeah.
I feel like I agree with him far as like how he running his promotion company. I agree that he let his fight he ducked far as his fighters fighting the best talent. That's the only
that's
thing
all.
I agree with. As
That's a
far as
fact.
Floyd as a
all
fighter,
else.
he ain't never ducked nobody.
Yeah. I agree with you 150%. Yeah, now the way he run his fighters and his promotion, that shit pitiful. It's terrible. You feel me? They duck all the smoke over there. But as far as his career, he ain't ducked nothing. He ain't ducked shit.
Yeah, facts.
But
Nah, he ain't never ducked none.
while we talking about Floyd, let's talk about Floyd real quick. And y'all hit the like button.
Facts.
Let's talk about Floyd. Right now, we hearing that Floyd Mayweather is coming back. He's saying that he might come back for one more real fight, not an exhibition, a real fight. You know what I'm talking about? What is Floyd? 45 years old. At 45 years old, he talking about now he might take a comeback and fight one more real fight. And my thing is, this shit don't surprise me. Y'all seen him all up in the motherfucking video when it come to Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Floyd Mayweather, he just can't he needs that attention. He needs to be in that spotlight. Like it's like a drug to him. It's like a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? That go to rehab.
What Hov say? I can't leave the game alone. The game need me.
Yeah, right. With Floyd Mayweather, it's like a drug addict, right? That keep going to rehab, and you like, man, they clean. Then the next thing they know, they strung out again, and they can't get clean for nothing, right? This shit is like a drug to Floyd Mayweather. He needs that validation from the fans, that everybody, all eyes is on him, that he is the topic of conversation. That's why he came out when we hadn't really heard too much about Floyd, and then he started getting all up in the camera, talking about Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford fight, acting like that, he got a big part in the fight, and he the big dog, and shit got to go through him, right? He needs people talking about him. He needs to be the center of attention. And now he's saying, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna come back for one more fight, one more. I got one more real fight, because he wants to be able to show, oh yeah, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, well, I can come back, I can do bigger numbers than all these. That's all that shit is about, right? That's all that shit is about. He knows that if he come back and he want to prove to everybody that if he come back and have a real fight, that he can sell over 1 million pay-per-views, right? That can't nobody top him to this day. That he been out of boxing since 2015. Damn near, you know what I'm saying? Because that Conor McGregor shit, it is what it is. Since 2015 to 2017, however you want to call it, he been out of boxing since then, and he want to let everybody know, oh, I'm still the big dog. I never die. I'm still greater than all these fighters. Now, my thing is, who y'all think he'll get in the ring with? And can he beat any of these, like say, I know he ain't gonna fight no Bud Crawford, Errol Spence, or Jerron Boots Ennis. Who else got a big name for him to fight? Could he fight Manny Pacquiao? Would he even fight Manny Pacquiao? It's a dangerous fight for Floyd at 45 years old. You know what I'm saying? Would he fight Manny Pacquiao?
Nah, I don't see it. But
Keith Thurman. Somebody say Keith Thurman.
He ain't getting in there.
That's too dangerous.
I don't think if he wouldn't fight Keith Thurman when he was on his shit.
fact.
That's dangerous.
But I don't say that he was ducking Keith Thurman because
Y'all know who I say he gonna fight.
Amir Khan. Dada say Amir Khan. I could see that happening.
You know who I think he about to
Tell him
fight. And
OTB.
I'm gonna tell you how this shit about to look, y'all. Y'all know Floyd a bitch ass nigga. Oh, for real? Come on up, Miss Louis Bags. Come on up, Miss Louis Bags.
He said he goes.
Come on up, Miss Louis Bags. You did, and then every rapper and everybody about to gravitate to this shit, and they about to talk more shit about each other. You did, and they gonna sell this shit so good with him and AB, man. And he know AB ain't gonna let his hands go. It ain't no other fight for him. That's the fight.
But let me ask you this: what if AB don't even get past Omar Figueroa? Yeah, I don't think that AB is gonna beat Omar.
Man, even if he don't, just because it's Floyd, we know it's gonna sell. It's gonna be both of their last victory laps, and they gonna sell this fight. They gonna sell this fight.
I think he gonna,
and they gonna sell it first to the entertainment. I know he gonna beat Omar. He don't lose to Omar. He don't lose to Omar, bro.
He can't beat Omar. Omar
he don't lose to Omar.
Omar throw too many punches for AB.
And it's an old Omar too.
We can put a bet on that. I don't see Adrian Broner beating Omar.
Nah,
unless they just flat out rob him like they did Gervonta Santiago. He can't beat Omar Figueroa.
Nah,
not now.
I think he beat Omar, and then I think
that about 5 years ago he could have beat him, but not now.
I think he beat Omar. And I think that's the fight that they say they got to build him up. Omar, the fighter that they about to use to build him back up.
You got to explain how AB can beat Omar if he going to throw 3-4 punches around. And you got Omar.
He's saying that because he's seen AB sweating all on bullets, man.
Nah, I say that because I know Omar. Omar going to open up. You understand? And Omar going to stay on that front foot just like he said, throwing them 4-5 punches around. We know you might connect on AB, but you not gonna hit him clean. Omar ain't got that in him.
He ain't gonna throw no punches.
He gonna count. Nah, he gonna bring it. He gonna come to the party. Come to the party.
Hey, OTB.
AB coming to the party, man. Y'all can quit acting like AB ain't coming.
OTB, put your money on it.
AB gonna walk through that time Omar got, man. He gonna walk through that, man. I'm telling y'all.
Hey, if y'all want to if y'all think that AB gonna win, put your money on it.
You say the number, bro.
You tell me how much you want to put on it.
Man, we can bet. We can bet a 50 piece. We can bet $1. I ain't got much more than $1 for AB, man.
But we can bet.
I done been through this a lot of times.
You put 100 on it.
We can bet $1.
You want to bet 2 ghetto guys?
No ghetto guys ain't bad. Ghetto guys ain't betting on.
Bro, AB is not gonna beat Omar.
I'm probably the only person in the whole internet watching now. Everybody gonna want to bet me on fucking.
We can bet 100 on that.
I'm only betting my brother.
I'm gonna stick with OTB. I'm betting.
Yeah, I'm only betting.
I'm betting. I'm betting 100.
Your phone going out.
OTB.
Connection, baby. What up, Coach?
I bet 100 ABB.
I bet 100.
All right.
I bet 100 push-ups with
That's
you, Coach.
Cool.
I bet 100 push-ups with you.
I'm gonna bet $100 with OTB.
Yeah, I got 100 on
guys,
AB.
In ghetto guys, I'll bet you 100 push-ups.
Man, let me tell y'all something, bro.
I got to bet with AB. I got to. Y'all put the pressure on me, man. I got to, man. Come on. And AB gonna come to the party. Y'all got. I'm damn near about to go to Colorado right now. I'm damn near about to fly to Colorado. Your ass gonna fight today.
AB ain't beating no Omar. Omar too active for him. He throw too many punches for him.
This ain't the same Omar neither, man. And I think that
man,
I think that we really about to see a difference.
Figueroa, he don't possess the fire
Man, your connection.
Yeah,
Hey,
your connection
hey,
bad,
ghetto
bro.
God, you might want to call it a day and try
Yeah,
and try to come back
yeah,
on
we
tomorrow
tried
because
it.
your connection, your shit horrible. We can't hear you.
It's gonna look like
Yeah, your shit
Yeah,
horrible,
your
ghetto
shit,
God.
your
You gonna have to
connection.
come back
a
tomorrow.
Nigga still got
damn my shit fucked up like that.
Yeah, your shit bad.
You better go to the phone store right now. Tell them they owe you a month's worth of service.
But it's so crazy because all my bars up.
your bars up, then your phone is
Hey,
shit.
all my bars up, man. So I don't even know why it's doing that.
Now you came in clear for the first time the whole day.
The whole show.
Hey, my man Randall Bivens, he say May got that Mitch paid in full syndrome. Salute to Randall Bivens.
That
I
ain't
think I missed another super chat earlier. Hold on, let me.
it's the fucking black Donald Trump, bro. That nigga's a fucking narcissist. That's what the problem is.
Mayweather.
He can't. Yes, he's a narcissist. And motherfucker, everything got to be attention on him, or he's not secure in his own skin. Bro, that's sad when you got that fucking much money, supposedly, and you got to still fucking be in the spotlight, bro. That's sad, bro. That is childish and sad. He's one of the most childish people I ever seen in my life, bro. In person, bro. He's childish. You just like when he said that stupid shit. If fight hype or me don't say it, then it ain't true. But that shit is retarded, nigga. Do you listen to what's coming out of your face?
Yeah, well, Coach, you know what else he told us? He told us that Tank still goddamn it staying with Mayweather, and they gonna keep doing what they doing.
Yeah, well, I don't care. Y'all could fucking. I'm never gonna pay for none of them fights that Tank is in. I'm just letting y'all know now. Never gonna pay for none of that shit if I don't get the fights I want to see. I'm not paying, and I don't give a fuck what nobody see. That's for sure. If this motherfucker keep on fighting Rudy Poots, then that's fine. You just not gonna get my fucking cash. That's all. Because I'm not paying for trash. I'm not doing it. That's it. I don't give a fuck. He can fight whoever he want. That nigga can fight Joe the fucking trash man. I don't give a fuck. I ain't paying for it. Fuck it. Until this motherfucker step up. Until he step up and fucking start fighting fighters that we want to see him fight, and fighters that's on the next level. This been fucking 5 years, 6 years, bro. It's time.
You must be talking about Tank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I ain't doing it no more. I'm sick of talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
What you think, bro? Because Floyd said that too in that interview where he is like, shit, ain't nothing gonna change. He getting money. That's what he doing. He rich as hell. Well, that's like saying,
man, that's some bullshit, man.
They ain't fighting nobody.
You know what that's saying?
He say as long as he with me and Al, then he gonna stay rich and we gonna keep doing what we doing.
That's disrespectful, bro.
He said, make Devin and Shakur fight each other.
Bro,
quit bringing
you know
Tank
it's so crazy.
Up. His bitch
bro,
ass.
Bro, that shit's so crazy, bro. This nigga said that, hey, if Tank would have win undisputed, you know what I'm saying? I told him to drop 3 of the belts the next day, but then in the next sentence, the nigga was like, shit, and if people think I didn't do it, they forget I had 5 belts at one time. I'm like, nigga, what you gonna tell somebody else to drop the belts for? But you had 5 at one time, bro. Man, this shit don't make no fucking sense. What's going on over there?
Even if he did that, that's fine. I can understand not wanting to pay sanctioning fees because that shit get up into the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
But we not gonna continue to put this shit on Floyd and Leonard. All that shit is on Tank.
But I can understand that. But the whole point is, motherfucker, if you go and win undisputed, that means you got to fight the motherfuckers we want to see you fight.
Coach, they telling us they don't even want it.
Bro, the thing about this, OTB, is this. In other words, this is what they telling everybody on that panel. Everybody.
Send they ass to WWE.
Everybody in the chat, everybody on this panel, what they're telling you is, fuck y'all fans. We don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna pay to watch Tank anyway.
Yeah, say it again. Leonard Allaby has said those words almost to the T. He didn't say the fuck it. He didn't say it before.
So
he did it interview. He didn't say it before.
Fuck y'all then. Fuck me. Fuck y'all. That's how I look.
Yeah, he said it before. But people still, man, tank this and tank that, and yeah, I'm buying a pay-per-view. All right. So yeah, man.
Hell nah, man. He ain't even Jake Paul. That ain't even Jake Paul. We gotta get him out of. You might as well fight exhibitions. Go fight in the back of Whataburger. Go fight in the, you understand, man? I don't want to see that shit, man. You gotta get that shit out of boxing. I don't even know what message they send when they say that.
My little partner, and Knockout, they fucking support that bullshit. See? And y'all wonder why I don't fuck with. I talk about it. Not saying Tank is a bad fighter because he's a great fighter, right? But
that's the worst part of it.
But the point is, they defend ducking. I don't understand that shit. They defend a motherfucker not wanting to fight the best. I don't understand that. That shit is
make sense.
I want Devin Haney to prove that he better than Tank. If he get knocked out, fuck it, he get knocked out. But at least he fought the best. And you know I'm a big Devin Haney fan.
Well, right? I'm gonna get ready to wrap it up. Before this, my last thing I gotta say. Gervonta Tank Davis, he don't have to fight nobody. Doesn't matter who he fight because Madonna came to his fight and he put asses in the seats. He can do what he wants. Tank Davis can do what he wants. Madonna came to his fight. Who else you see Madonna? Right? What other fights you see Madonna showing up to? Yeah, only Tank Davis. He can do what he wants. He ain't got to fight nobody. Yep. So that's basically, sum up everything you need to hear.
Fact. You killed it. You killed it, bro.
hey, man. I'm for real. But yeah, W right side, man. Let me get your last word before we get up out of here.
Man, great show as always, man. Give me something to do when I'm riding home, bro. So appreciate y'all, man. And definitely tapping in with y'all. Hey, go sub to the channel, man. Dub right side. You feel me? We done dropped a couple lives lately, and we plan on going live quite a few. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not every day, but we're gonna try to stay consistent with it. So, but besides that, man, shout out to OTB, Coach. Keep up the good work as well. Key, you do the same, bro. And much love to y'all, brothers.
Appreciate it. And like I said, y'all hit the like button before we get up out of here. Coach, man, let me get your last words before we get up out of here, Coach.
Always a pleasure to talk this boxing shit with y'all. You know how it is. Man, y'all come and subscribe. Level Up Boxing. I dropped the Frank Martin video yesterday. I'm going to probably drop another one today at some point.
I watched that whole video this morning when I was getting ready.
Too.
When I got up, I was getting dressed this morning. I watched that whole video.
Yeah, I just think he need a couple more fights and he'll be ready.
I agree.
So y'all subscribe and come hang out with Coach and the Queen on Fridays. If y'all available, still waiting on you, OTB, and your girlfriends.
Yeah, I told you, man. My old lady checked me, man. She say she gotta come first, and then the other girl could come. She so everybody know. You feel me? She damn sure say they gotta know I'm number one. She number two. Anything after that, goddamn it. I was hearing that shit for the whole night.
Make it sound like you're a lady, a heavy smoker.
Hell nah, we both have an all we could eat buffet. That's our buffet.
Shit, man, y'all crazy as hell. But like I said, salute to everybody that came through. Another great show. I appreciate everybody. We will be back tomorrow. Y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all. Hit that like button before y'all leave the building.